Good evening, service crew. Fighting Mag Extraordinaire Ace Windfall. Ready for takeoff. We gotta put music on today. Where is my music? There it is. That should be fine. Hit it. Perfect. Welcome in, service crew. Happy Thursday. We're here in our mobile game month, June, where every Thursday we're playing mobile games. Today's the odd day out. However, I realized a little bit like yesterday that I was like, I couldn't play Arknights on Tuesday. Actually, we could have just played Arknights today, but different because I've been wanting to do this for like a while. I want to show you guys my old man phone games. You probably know the majority of these because I think old man phone games are I don't know how many of you guys play it, but I feel like it was a thing that exploded into popularity whenever Wordle first came out. So about 1,400 days ago. So I think about 4 years ago or so, right? 365 times what, 4? Yeah, that seems about right, give or take. So about 4 years ago, right, Wordle exploded in popularity. You would see the white, yellow, and green tiles all over your feeds for a while, and you were like, what does this mean? I don't know what this is. And then you found out about it, and you played a little bit, and you're like, wow, this is actually amazing. This is great. So it's like that. And then I feel like people don't talk about it as much anymore, but I think people still do it a lot. It's like the crossword, right, where I don't hear people talking about the crossword that often, but I know people play it. It was a boba. You got games on your phone? Why did I not call that the title of the stream? I actually thought about that yesterday. I was like, oh, that'd be a really good stream title, Ace. Oh my god, Boba. Thank you for reminding me that I forgot to write Kino as my stream title. But welcome on in. I do have games on my phone. I have a lot of them. I have 23 tabs worth of games. That is really hot. Oh my god, I forgot I just steeped that. Oh, fuck. But no, I have 23 tabs worth of games on my phone. I only have 10 here with us today. We might do more, because a lot of the 23 tabs are just Wordle variants. Some of them are interesting, some of them are just 8 or 4 Wordles. That one might not be as interesting, but we're gonna go through some. Currently playing through here. Nice! Is it your first time? Also, Replicant or Automata? Also, yes, 23 tabs of overall I have 49 tabs, which is good because it doesn't have a smiley face. Some people get the smiley face, that means they have over 100 tabs. They have 100 or more tabs. You can have 99 tabs. But no, I have 23 tabs of just pure phone games that I always keep open, which, you know, these are some of them. It's in order, it's Wordle, Worldle, Minute Cryptic, Connections, the Mini Crossword, Strands, Catfishing, Disorderly, Arknights Wordle, Contexto, Word Chase, Flag Doku, Yeardle, Moviedle, Food Guesser, Fibble, Quartle presumably Sequence, Octortle Sequence, Octortle Rescue, Mathler. Oh, we gotta add Mathler to this list, actually. And then Extreme Sudoku, that's also in here. Catfishing, yes. And also, I agree, because I was very much confused when it was first brought up, that because I'm in a chat that apparently over the last like month or so, the general chat has just been people sharing their daily word games, basically what we're going to be doing, and every so often someone in there will be like, oh, I found a new daily game, and Catfishing, I think, if you've not played this one before, I think this is one of my favorites, because this is definitely one that has like evolved and consumed it, and I'm really excited to go over this one. And also the fun thing with this is it's one of the versions where you get the backlog, and so a lot of times if I'm bored and I have nothing to do, I'll pull it up on my phone and I'll just go through the backlog. Currently, because I started from the top and went down, I am currently at there's Catfishing, and I'll explain it when we play it. I'm at day 272, going from the top down, and I'll explain this more when we play it, but basically it's you guess. So these are categories from Wikipedia, and you have to guess what the article is based on these categories, right? Like at the bottom of a Wikipedia page, it will be like, oh, categories, you know, it's a cheese dish, it's a cuisine of New York City, it's a flatbread dish, Georgian cuisine, Georgian product with protected designation of origin, national dishes, savory pies, street food, and then you would type in like, oh, this is like meat pie or something like that. I don't know what this is. We'll get back to this one. It's a very, very fun one, though, and I like that it has a pass because you can go through that. Because there's one specific pass one that I want to do with you guys. Automata. I got to like the ending of NB on PS4, but I lost all my progress, so I'm trying to catch up to that on PC. Nice! That's good, too, then. So you got to the end of Ending B, but did you actually finish Ending B? Did you get, like, to start on the C route at all? Because, yeah, like, Ending A and Ending B are very good. Ending C is where I think some interesting stuff starts to really happen, so nice! Congratulations. I hope you enjoy playing it. Also, what's up, Tank? Happy Thursday, welcome in. Yes, Wordle. We're gonna start with the simple one, and then we'll ramp up into the weirder ones. By the way, I've never played Thrice. This was literally in that same group chat I talked about. That was linked today, and so we're gonna try that one for the first time together. PS4 was barely holding on when I finished Ending B. I think you're gonna like Ending C, because I definitely liked Ending C and the other variants from there on. Wordle is even better with the... Yeah, I'm not... Those weren't rules. We all know how Wordle works, right? It's the progenitor. And I feel bad about this because I typically want to go in with nothing. And I typically, I do a random word a lot of the times. I also, by the way, I don't play on dark mode. This is how it defaulted to, so this is messed up. I'm going to leave it on dark mode, though, because I know you guys have weak eyes. You guys work in the basement all the time, right? However, I will turn on hard mode because I am hardcore. However, I feel bad about this because to make the thumbnail for today's thumbnail for today's stream, I used Wordle to do it, so I have information. Using that information, I am gonna use phone as my first guess. That way I feel like it's a nice, easy medium between like I have to burn at least one guess here. The other one that I did was actually, can I do this? No, because on hard mode you have to contain a letter. If you found a letter, you have to contain it in your next guesses. But I did this on today's Wordle, so I know where the E is. And I know that G, A, M, and S are not in here. That doesn't mean I'm not going to use them anyway, though. Sneak's not a word. Yes, it is. With 2 E's? No, that's not a word. Okay. Just making sure. I don't know. Can't see with light mode. I know, right? You guys have weak eyes. You guys gotta train them up. And if we're to spit out my nerdist. Oh, like you mean it was like dying, Bobo. Ooh. Glad you really get the thing out and it didn't get stuck in there and then just like Nier, the machines would start overwhelming or overwriting or whatever like that. Your PS4 could have turned into Adam. Habit? Are you saying to guess habit, Tank? Because hard mode, you cannot guess random words, and that's the intended way you should play Wordle. Yes, I'm not salty about it, but yes, I do prefer it. If I found the N and the E, I want to make it so I have to use the N and the E. Because this feels lazy, it feels cheating, where it's like, oh, I'm just gonna use other words that aren't in this one. No, lame, get it out of here. Ooh. What? Oh, no. I guess I know where the E is because again, cheating meta knowledge, but I'm gonna do ooh. Tread? You can't do tread. It needs an is trees not a word? Okay, just making sure again. I guess I could just do sneak with that. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with me doing that. It got all fucky wucky. It would turn off without me pressing the power button. Ooh, that sounds like an actual power brick issue or something like that. Tread would have been good as well, Tank. We get the same idea though with the E and the A. Also, no, tread would not work because you need the N, Tank. Come on. We need to use the letters that we know. I think based on my knowledge, then it has to be a word with E and N at the end. The N could also be at the very, very beginning, but it's something with E and N, with an E and an N. It can't be Trin now, because we know the E's not here. Treant. I thought about Treant, but that doesn't work, obviously. It's clearly something with an E and the N at the end. CLEA, but I can't think of anything that has a blank E-N. Without like Queen, Q-U-E-E-N would work, right? I might do Queen just to see. I know it's not Queen because it can't be an E here. So like, what are words that ended in IEN? Like I'm thinking, like because that's what I'm thinking. It has to end in like IEN. Wait, I can actually type. I do this on my phone, so I don't usually type, but like something like that, right? That's a character's name from a thing. Fiend. It's not fiend though, because we know the E's not there. I do like that though. That adds, and also we know the N's not there either. I like the idea. That's a really good word. Objectively a terrible choice. I think it would be tense. But we know the E's not here. We want to try to maximize. We can't double up on things that we know are incorrect. What's up, Dolly? Happy Thursday, welcome in. I don't, at least one, possibly two. V is the second. Tank, I have metagame knowledge that I know the E is the fourth one. At least the fourth one. There might be a second E, which actually, not Treant, but Elven. There's only one E. Okay, and it is an E. It is an E in at the end. Okay, so that gave us the knowledge of only one E, because sometimes they do double consonant. Also, there's a V in here. That's a good one. Ooh, V. So the V has to be at the very beginning, I'd imagine, because we can't do SV. Is the only like blended like if the V is second, it would have to be like an SV or no. Could you do like it can't be IV? Could it be? Like it's not VE here, right? So it would have to be like I'm thinking V at the beginning, or is there another way? Or like second, but it'd be like it's not a Evian's not a word. Oven, because you oven the cold food and out hot eat the food. Uneven. That's 6 letters. You can't do uneven. So I'm thinking V is at the very beginning, but what would you do? Mugen. It doesn't. Tank, it does have the V. You need to use the letters that we have. You can't do Mugen. Also, it's not on the word list. That's actually more surprising to me. We gotta use the letters that we found, Tank. Verily, but like that's clearly not it. So I'm thinking it has, because the V is either in the first or the second spot, right? UV like is like uvula. That's an incredible word, which I feel like they've used before. I feel like I've gotten that one before. That's a really tough one because it uses a W and a V. That's messed up. They should never do that one again if they did that before. But like outside of that, like UV blank EN, like I can't think of, like I'm putting my finger in the middle here and I can't think of like something that would fit in there, so that doesn't make sense. Same thing with like let's do this and then put your finger in the middle there, and it's like this doesn't look like a word, right? Because your brain should be able to fill in a single gap fairly easily, I think. And we know there's not two E's, so V at the beginning, and then like I. By the way, did I say hi, Dolly? I think I did. Okay, just making sure. Something like VI blank. Oh, it's Vixen. Done. There you go, Service Crew. Like I said, your brain is really good at filling in the blank if there's like one thing in there, at least mine is. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, I know what it is. Nice. All right. Service Crew. Shall we? Simple, easy, effective. Now, connections. You were just testing. I get it, Tank. I get you. Now, for those that don't know, because I feel like this is the everyone knows how to play Wordle. Everyone and their mom knows how to play Wordle. Like these ones maybe not as much. So we'll explain these a little bit more. What's up, Blaine? Welcome on in. Happy Thursday. No problem, Dolly. I just want to make sure because sometimes my brain forgets. Because I'll read a message and I'll see it and I'll even say it out loud, but then like I feel bad if I didn't actually like acknowledge it, even though I did acknowledge it. You know what I mean? But Blamey, congratulations. You didn't get it then, but you could get this one. Connections, for those that don't know, is you'll get shown 16 different words, and you have to make 4 groups of 4 using like similar words, right? Like bowling and wrestling, those are both sports, but are there 2 other sports here? Probably not, because a lot of times when I've played this game, it looks like these 2 are part of a group, but they're usually not, because it's going to be something else. Spooning and hugging, those are two words that are very similar, right? So we're looking for little things like that to like put them together. Snuggling, spooning, hugging, cuddling, these are all together. Hit enter, bada bop boom bow, getting cozy, easy. Yo, so sorry. Happy Thursday, welcome in, and congratulations on your continued promotion to Service Crew Chief, Sultari. Happy 3 years, man. I hope you've been good. We're getting our word games in today. So bowling, siring, buzzing, sewing, lording, spilling, wrestling, doctoring, missing, acupuncturing, whispering, dishing. Dishing. So this is the thing. You gotta use a special brain here. The other thing is spooning would have gone really good here, but bowling like a bowl, dishing like a dish. What other ings? Sewing doesn't make sense. Buzzing doesn't make sense. Cause I'm thinking like bowls and dishes, not bowling as in the sport, but bowling as in like there'd be like a category that'd be like household appliances ending in ing, right? It'd be something like that. I know, Safari, it's messed up. The time just passes, man. Also, I just realized everything ends in ing today. Lording, spilling, buzzing, siring. Siring is an interesting one. Sewing, doctoring, wrestling, whispering. Acupuncture is a type of like, it's using needles into your body. I don't know what dishing is. What is dishing technically? Missing. So if you miss something, this is a really interesting set of words today, it feels like. Siring is like to sire a child. None of these lording? Oh, sire, lord. Those are all like medieval titles. A dish isn't a miss. Are you like yeah? Miss would be a title, right? Like, oh, miss so and so, right? So a miss, a lord, a sire, and ooh, a doctor. I guess they're all titles technically. A doctor is a title. It's that easy. It's that easy. See? Starting with titles. So doctoring, lording, missing, siring, or siring, technically, the way that I'm reading, the way that you probably would read it for this one. So that's kind of like the idea. Bowling, sewing, spilling, acupuncturing, wrestling, whispering, buzzing, dishing. These are both sports, but there's nothing else in here that would intend, like, that I would think of like, oh, that's a sport, right? Buzzing makes me think of like that's a bee, or like what's the buzz? Like what's the thesis kind of a deal? Which, yeah, whispering. Like, these are both sound related as well. Spill the tea, like spilling, and then sewing? That doesn't make sense. I don't want to make a bad guess. I want to make good guesses. That might not be a bad guess, though. I still think dishing and bowling are in the same category, but I don't know what the category would be, since there aren't any other, goofy ones. What's your theory, Sultar? As the prime authority here, I can tell you whether or not it's good. How about dishing? As in, like, instead of sewing, what's your idea here? Is it, oh, these ones, you mean? Buzzing, whispering, spilling, dishing. Oh, yes, I see what you're talking about, actually. That's a good idea, Blamey. Yeah, because it'd be like, what's the buzz? You hear people whispering about something, spill the beans, and then, yeah, dish out, like, the hard truth or whatever. I like this. I'll go for it. Nice job. Good job, Blamey. And then pins and needles, Sultari. I don't think you're bad actually at all. Cause yes, no, it's everything that has a pin in it. Yes, because wrestling, you pin someone to the ground. Bowling, there are bowling pins. Acupuncture uses needles. I guess, yeah, pins and needle. Wow, Sultari. You are engaging in an activity with either pins or needles. Good job, you two. So that is a perfect right there. Look at these results. When you get all four of them, just a nice 4x4 grid, you know you did something right. All right, strands. If you've never played strands before, this is a bit of a goofier one. I feel like these are more engaging to me as a person. The mini crossword as a New York Times one, it kind of depends on the day. Also, I noticed this today. I don't know what that means. Strands feels like a weird one where it's just a word search effectively. It's kind of mid. It's not engaging. And sometimes I just get really bored and I just kind of give up. I don't know if you guys saw, but like when I posted my like going live thing on Twitter, I said like I had to hold myself back. I want you to know that at least recently, a lot of the times I play these things, I play them right before I go to bed actually, because I go to bed after midnight, so all these games have reset at that point. And so like I didn't play them before I went to bed last night. I didn't play them when I woke up this morning, and I didn't play them during the middle part of the day. And so it's just like I gotta get my fix. But Strands is an interesting one where it's just, yeah, look at this. Find theme words to fill the board. So basically, like, you have this board, you can cross over itself, that's actually fine, but typically it doesn't, like, yeah, you can see line crosses over itself. And you're basically looking for themed words, and you will fill out the entire board. There shouldn't be any gaps on the board, there shouldn't be any overlaps between the words on the board, but basically that's the idea. Today's theme is Gone Fishing. Ooh, actually, hold on. So, things that involve fishing. I think I see tackle here. It's not tackle, but it's tackle box. Perfect. So, oh, it's the spangram too. The spangram is the yellow word, which basically means that everything is related to the yellow word, even more so than gone fishing. So it's not just that we're going fishing, but it's things you would find in a tackle box. So like your bait, your lures, things like that. Your bobber. Ooh, look at that. Getting the spangram first is insanely good because I think it just makes it so much easier. I think I got really lucky today. Your sinker. That's another thing you would see in your tackle box. What else? We have 6 more words. That's a lot of words today. I imagine this is probably 2 words here. Your line. Your scale? I guess that would fit in a tackle box. I think, is that what you use to, like, scale the fish specifically, as opposed to, like, a weight scale? 4 more words up here, so theoretically each word should be about 5 letters long, give or take. Your reel. Your hook. Your... Ooh... W is interesting. Your swivel? What's a swivel? Is that a thing? Apparently it is. Your lure. There we go. What's a swivel? Swivel. Fishing. Thank you. Fishing swivels. What's a swivel? Oh, it's kind of like a... It's what you put at the end of the line that holds the things, I guess. I think? Swivels exist to allow bait or lures to twist around without turning your line. Oh, okay, yeah. They're basically like a... yeah, for like... So it doesn't twist around. Probably, you think the scale is actually like a scale for weighing the fish? See, I figure like if you're getting a fish that's like this big, Sultari, fish that weigh this big won't fit in that, right? Oh, what's that? Aeon? What's up, spare parts? Welcome to Bucko. Spare parts, look, we did 3 of them already. Vixen, that's you. Connections, perfect, just like you. And then strands. I'm not gonna use you as bait, spare parts, don't worry. Oh, you were probably right, Sultari. Where yeah, like it's a scale, but not like a kitchen scale. It'd be like, yeah, the one where you hang it, and based on like how far the line goes down, it can like do the weight. Oh, you're probably right. Again, I think getting the spangram immediately to like know what's tackle box, insanely good. All right. See, this is an interesting one. The crossword is kind of a hit or miss for me because it just depends on like sometimes you just don't know the words. Like generally speaking, that's why crosswords in general are like a little bit like rough IMO because just like sometimes you just don't know the knowledge and it feels like cheating to look it up. I guess maybe you're supposed to do that. I don't know the crossword rules. It's really whatever you make it. But I saw this when I was like booting up all these today, and I was like, solving today's puzzle requires the use of AI. I don't know what this means. I usually play on the phone. I don't know if they have notes. I don't know if this is like a hint for like the general theme of the puzzle or not, or if this is just real. I don't know what that means. We're gonna play without an account though, because we don't like giving New York Times accounts. So blank chi, oh, it's be Tai Chi? That's not how you pronounce it though, right? That's what my head goes to immediately though. Financially compensated. Some things off the top of your head. Feels sick. Peacock, character include. So first and foremost, I think everything has to have an AI in it. Oh, there we go. That's a cute. Okay, so this is kind of like the clue or hint. So it requires use of AI, presumably, right? Because whenever you see these circles typically in a crossword, that means like it's the same consonant over and over again. Since there are two of them, that's presumably saying that it's the same two consonants over and over again, or vowels. So financially compensated. I still don't know what it is though. Something's off the top of your head. Still don't know. Feels sick. Ails? Like what ails you? I don't know if it'd be ails with an S or not though. Miss Peacock, character include. It's Miss MRS Peacock. Coin flip call, tails. See, that tracks out. Look at that. Shows on TV. Don't know what that one would be. Request at the bar informally. Request at the bar informally. So it could be the either drinking bar, look, or the poker bar. Airs. Ooh, as in it airs on TV. I like it. Good job, guys. Decent poker holding. Fair. Presumably. Which would be financially compensated. If it is fair, that doesn't... it wouldn't also be fair. That wouldn't make sense. Person who loves attention is 5 down. Person who loves attention, me. But Ace, I don't spell my name with an A and an M in it. Wham, wham, ram, tam, yam, ham, lamb, jam, ham, cam, dam, Sam? Cam, vam, bam, nam, mam. None of those make sense. Decent poker rolling. Oh, a pair, as in like a 2 pair. Yes, Sultari. That makes a lot more sense. Which then financially compensated would be paid. There you go. I would say it's decent. I mean, it's the lowest. It's one of the lowest holdings, but it is decent compared to like getting nothing, right? But however, the bigger thing is like, yeah, then it makes financially compensated be paid, which makes a lot more sense. Requested the bar informally. IDs, because what that means is like when you go to the bar, you have to like, oh, show me your ID. So it's just IDs with an S. Finally, all we need is something's off the top of your head. Hairs, hair. Oh, hairs. And then person who loves attention to ham, like hamming it up for the show business. I really hope that wasn't that loud for you guys because it was kind of loud for me. Forgot that one, like only that one does that. That's a lie. The Sudoku also does that, but we're not doing the Sudoku today. Oh, so that was kind of loud for me. I hope that wasn't super duper loud for you guys. Go in, Matt. Nice though. I would say this probably has the highest variance of anything for me because this isn't timed, it's just guesses. This isn't timed, it's just guesses. This isn't timed, it's just guesses. Which the results here, the thing that like will lower your score, your in-head scores if like you use hints, which are, you can find other words that aren't here. Like you could do like, oh, I see lives in here, and you could guess lives, and it would fill up a bar. And every 3 words that aren't like actual words, you get like hint bar filled in. So you can get, you can use your hints in case you don't find the words yourselves. Did spike the volume. But what we can do then is we'll take our desktop audio and bump that down to there. Because the only audio that you're getting is my audio and also the background track. Honestly, I could just mute the desktop, which, I'm muting the desktop. If for some reason I play a video or something like that, and you don't hear sound, tell me it's because I muted the desktop. Sometimes foreshadowing might be obvious. We'll find out. But yeah, this is probably the one that I have the most variance on because like I can get this in like about a minute, maybe under a minute on a really, really good day. But like sometimes it's like you're just sitting there and you're like, I don't know what this is, and it takes like 5 minutes to do this one. So this one's a really interesting one. Just like the real crossword. It's just dependent on like how in tune you are with whoever wrote the crossword that day. Having the little gimmick of the AI is really nice here, which makes a lot more sense, because I was like, what do you mean solving today's puzzle requires the use of AI? That's a very goofy note, and like I said, I don't know if they do this on mobile. I don't think they have, so I wonder if this has always just been a thing on the web version as your little, like, your clue for the theme of the crossword, right? Alright, so those are all the New York Times ones that I have. Next, we're going to go into some offshoots. This is Worldle, which is guessing the country based on its silhouette, and then also guessing other things about the country after you find out its silhouette. This is tough because I feel like this is going to be an island, because you can tell from the outline of the country that it's very jagged. Given its shape, it looks very small as well. The jagged outlines are very formidable. It's definitely not in South America. Like, it's not in North America. It's not in Central America. I don't think it's in South America. If it was, it'd be like Uruguay, Paraguay, or... It would only be like Uruguay and Paraguay, but I'm pretty sure it's neither of those silhouettes. It doesn't look like it's a European country unless it's a European micronation, like San Marino or Monaco or something like that. It's not any of the larger countries in Asia. I don't think it's not Singapore. Definitely not in Australia, unless it's not Australia or New Zealand. It could be one of the small micronations, like the islands, of course. And then it doesn't look like an African silhouette inherently. If it is, it's probably in Central. It's not in North African. It's not in the known South African, my known South African. If it is an African one, it'd be somewhere in the middle, which is where I'm definitely the weakest as an American. It could also be like Qatar. Like, maybe it's Qatar. Or Qatar, as it's actually said. Okay, the good part is we have this now. It's 43%. It's to the west of Qatar. 43% to the west of Qatar. Yeah, that makes me think it's it has to be in like the Bahamas then. Right? Yeah, given what I know, I think it's in the Bahamas then. I'm not it's not going to be Barbados, but I'm going to use Barbados as a guess to give me like more triangulated if it is in the Caribbean or if it's like on land. Woo! All right. That was like one of the only countries I know in the Caribbean. Sometimes you just get real lucky. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go, Sir Screw. Look at me. I got the lowest percent. 72. Now, here's the tough part. So in Worldle, after you guess the silhouette, you then get other ones, which include the neighbors of the country, the capital of the country, the flag of the country, the landmarks in the country, etc., etc. I don't know that much about Barbados. So we're probably going to get these wrong. Feel free to shout out if you guys know it, because I definitely don't know the most of these. Bahamas are a country. This one might be the Bahamas. It is not. We have 7 more guesses, 5 countries. Trinidad and Tobago? None of these 3 would be Trinidad and Tobago, right? It would have to be this one or this one. Consider his neighbor as an island nation within a certain radius. I feel like there is a like, hold on, is this in the FAQ? There isn't. What's it mean, Wordle and Worldle? It's very different. But no, there's a certain radius that it uses. Yeah, that's like, islands are tough for that reason. Like, unless it's like Australia as well, because like, I'm really bad at doing islands. Big countries, easy. Ugh. I should know the Caribbean. It is a neighbor of mine, but I know, like, there's the Bahamas, which we guessed. One thing I like to do with the Caribbean, which I'm usually bad at, but, like, there's the Beach Boys song? Da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. Kokomo. Is that even a country, actually? No, but the Cocos Islands are. It's not one of those ones. One of them probably is a Saint something. You're not wrong. Which we can just like do this. Saint Kitts and Nevis. I feel like this is Saint Kitts and Nevis. Ooh, okay. We have to get this next one right, or else we're not gonna get all these, which honestly, I'm very fine with not getting all these. I'm not good at these tiny little islands. And like the other thing is like, I do know like I know Cuba, I know Puerto Rico, I know Dominican Republic, and I know Haiti, right? Those are very obvious silhouettes. These are all vertical facing islands, which is the hard part. All those islands are horizontal facing. Like these are off of, this is where like, where's Gabriel at? Gabriel might know this. Because these are all closer to South America than they are to North America, these ones. Because they're all in, like, you can even kind of, like, tell from their shapes. I think these are actually, like, a chain of islands. The chain of islands that go from, like, Cuba to South America. Because, like, this would be first, then the second, and then third, and then fourth, and then fifth. Because they make an arc if you put them together in your head, right? Aruba? Nope. Key Largo, Montego. I don't think Key Largo is a country. Montego? None of those are Caribbean countries. Baby, why don't we I think those are, I don't think any of those are islands, actually, the more I think about it. Outside of Aruba. None of these are the Bermuda either, because Bermuda's not in the Caribbean. Bermuda's further off the east coast of America. I do just kind of don't want to just bang out the Saints. Oh, this is St. Vincent the Grenadines, isn't it? Yes. You can tell because it's the big one, and then like the Grenadines are like its groupies. That makes sense. They're probably all Saints, honestly. I'll go St. Lucia. How many of these are Saints? I've been eyeing St. Bartholomew here. Bartholomew? I've been eyeing this one for a bit. It's not St. Bartholomew. We have St. Lucia. St. Martin feels like a decent one. St. Pierre and Miquelon might be this one, actually, though. No. Oh, it's Dominica. Grenada makes sense. Grenada makes sense. I would not have guessed Martinique. Never in a million years. But Dominica and Grenada would have made sense. Guess the capital of Barbados. Ooh. I always like going Barbados City. I always like just typing in the name of the country and just seeing if blank city is one of them. There are like 4 countries that works for, and when you get them, it feels real good. The thing is, which I probably could have done this with the country one as well, you can just like click on this randomly and you can just get a list of all the cities. It's easier with countries because there's only like 200 of them. Cities, there's a lot more cities, so it's a lot harder to go through. Would it be with a B though? Like how badly can we cheese this? No, that doesn't seem right. Barcelona, Barbados. It's probably not a B. There's a decent chance that it might be like something with a port in it. Can you type in the last part? It might be a port. There's a decent amount of countries in the Caribbean that have like port as one of their cities. This might just be a give up though. Port Elizabeth? Le Port. Port-au-Prince doesn't seem right, because Barbados isn't oh, I guess Port-au-Prince anyway is the very first thing I did. But Barbados isn't fringed. The only thing I know about Barbados, outside of their flag, is that I know Barbados Slim is a character in Futurama, and he fights with Hermes Conrad a lot, because he's Hermes' like, rival, effectively, right? Hermes is from Jamaica, which I'm surprised I didn't guess Jamaica for neighboring countries, but I'm pretty sure I knew that none of those were Jamaicas. I think Jamaica's also a horizontal country. But what would Barbados Slim say in this situation? Maybe it's like a... Tbilisi is not. Tbilisi is, I think, Libya. Hog is in Central Europe. Not Central Europe, it's in the lowlands. Vancouver, Canada. Vatican City is Vatican City. I think so. I don't think it'd be down here. It might. I'll go Wellington. It was a B. It was Bridgetown. This can be a little bit easier guessing where the country is or where the capital is. Typically, this is a little bit harder because it is on a island. But a lot of the times the countries are fairly centrally located. The capitals are. In this case, I'm gonna guess the capital's either up here or down here. It makes sense to me that it'd be up here, because I'm thinking about like the location that it is. If you're coming like, because it would have to be an older city typically as well. And if you're coming from like Europe over to the country, you would stop either here or here, right? You coming from the east and landing it. However, it could have moved. Like I could also see it. The way that this has like this indentation makes me feel like it's this. Nice. Like, yeah, it can be a little bit more difficult with certain ones, but yeah, I felt like it was one of these two because, again, more centrally located. Yeah, Pacific Micronations is easily the hardest thing, Sultari, by far. I absolutely hate... Anytime it's an island, I almost just want to give up. Like, I sometimes will skip it when it's an island. Barbados is this one. It's really cool. I really like Vexology. Oh, we should do Flagdoku at some point as well tonight, because that's a really good one. Like, I know Flag's a decent bit better than I do, like, just pure geography. It's super clean. Like, look at this bad boy. It doesn't let me zoom in on that. That's so messed up. It's just one of those really simple ones where it's like the 3 lines, 3 colors, and a central figure that is fairly easy to draw. In this case, it's a trident. Yeah, like Pacific Micronations, Caribbean, the central part of Africa, mostly because I haven't studied it that well, are all the like the weaker parts for me. Outside, like obviously the big countries in Africa, where it's like the DPRK, very easy to see because it's a huge country in Africa. Can you guess which landmark is in Barbados? I feel like this is mainland. I think this is in Mexico, so it wouldn't be that. This feels like it could be on Barbados. It feels very light. Barbados being an island nation makes me feel that it doesn't have like a huge landmark. So typically it's gonna be more a physical landmark than a geographical or a geological landmark, right? Something like this. I know this isn't this because I've seen this in another. This is from a different one. And also, if you look at these trees, this doesn't feel like it'd be island trees. These feel like it'd be like more inland trees. This feels like it could be it as well, though. Like, I feel like it's either this one or this one. I'm leaning towards the bottom one, but you get 2 guesses. So if it's not this, it's definitely this one. Nice, okay. I'll say again, because it's an island, a lot of the smaller islands, this is, again, a little bit of a, you just kind of know from playing a few things, is like, a lot of the smaller islands, because, you know, geographically, they just do not have that much land mass, you're typically not going to see, like, something like this, very big, expansive, very much could be a thing, but, like, usually your landmarks on smaller islands are just, like, something man-made. Like, it will be like the Capitol building or something like that is the landmark they'll choose for it. It wasn't Raizune. Happy Thursday, I went in. Raizune, what is the name of this little bad boy here? It's not Wateron, it's not Galaxy Macau. It's not a mosque, because there's clearly a lighthouse and a lighthouse keeper's thing. It's not a mosque. It's the Harrison Port Lighthouse, clearly, because it's a lighthouse. Sometimes this can be really obvious. National Emblem of Barbados. This is where it gets a little bit fun, because sometimes it will be very obvious based on the flag, sometimes it's not. Also, this is not on my phone. On your phone, you can see these a little bit better. And, like, sometimes, like Hong Kong, like, you know it's not this one. This one says Angola. It's definitely not that one. This one has Arabic text at the bottom. To my understanding, Barbados does not speak Arabic. This is a Balkan emblem. This is, like, Albania. So it'd be one of these 3. It's not this one because these colors are not Barbados colors, so it's one of these 2. And I think this says Zambia. It's really hard to see. I think it says Zambia, so I'm leaning towards this one. Nice. It was Zambia. I haven't actually done. Let's pop this open in a. Ooh, I've actually never. They've had this for so long, and I always saw this. I've never actually done Flagdoll. So we're gonna do that next. Good idea, Slatari. Easy mode available now. So easy mode is instead of typing out this is specifically a spoken language part of Worldle. is that you have to guess what the 2 most spoken languages in Barbados are. You can do easy mode now. They added this like a week or like a few weeks ago, where you can just like, instead of like guessing it, like typing it out, you can just like pick it from a list. I think I'm cracked. And obviously it's English. The thing is, it might be a Creole English. Based on these, like, it could be Grenadian, because we know Grenada is very close to Barbados. I'm gonna go just pure English though, second, and then I'm gonna type in Barbados and just see if it's. Try Bari. And this is the hard part. Like, if it's not like a very obvious country, getting what regional language it is can be very difficult. I'm just gonna type in Creole though and see how many different Creoles we get. Because Creoles, if you don't know, a Creole is basically a blending of 2 different languages. So like, in a lot of cases, Creole is blending a language with English. So like French Guianese Creole. In this case, actually, this probably wouldn't be an English one. This would be a French blended with like the native Guianese language to make a Creole. But Creoles are typically, to my understanding, a blending of 2 languages. A lot of the times it's English. You can also think about that, like Creole is a language that, if you're in America, you've heard it in reference to Louisiana, to New Orleans, and that's because it's a mix of like English and I want to say French, but specifically like the French they spoke down there, is my understanding. But in Barbados, I would guess the Grenadian one, because like I said before, Grenada is close to Barbados. I don't think we're gonna get this then, unless we want to like go easy mode. We're gonna go easy mode. So we know it's Baja, we know it's English, and wait, it was Baja and Creole. Wait, what do you mean? I'm now in easy mode, but I get to choose that. Wait, that's how that works? Baja and Creole makes a lot of sense. It was a Creole, I was right. I don't know why it auto did it, and I didn't get to like choose it though. Okay, and then how do you say my name is in both? Obviously in English, it's my name is. Again, a Creole is similar to English, so it's probably gonna sound something like my name is. In fact, it might just be my name is. The thing is, and I've never had this happen before, but it'd be really messed up if these were the wrong ones, technically. Okay, good. I don't know if they have it in the code where if it is the same exact thing, if it works either way, but it'd be really messed up if this my name is was the Creole one and this one was the English one and I got wrong for that. So what's the population and currency? This can be a little bit rough sometimes, especially for islands. I'm not really good at population at a certain threshold, because it's definitely not a million, it's definitely not 500 to a million. It's gonna be one of these two. I'm leaning towards 50,000, because that seems right, but I'm not good at like, because it could be 100,000. Seriously, do you have thoughts on this? How many people fit on an island nation the size of Barbados? I feel like it's under 50,000. Like, it could be anywhere between 0, it's not 0, obviously, but it's like, it feels like it'd be like under 100,000. And like, yeah, it'd be in one of these 2 ones. Feels like more than 50. Could be like 80,000. Like, that's, again, that's what's really rough about this, is like, there's a certain like range that I can think of in my head where it's like, it's around 50,000 feels correct, which could be below or above, and it's a coin flip effectively. I'll trust you, Sultar. I'll go higher. Nice! Oh, wow, it was a lot higher. See, I'm not really good at... Population is one of the hardest ones, I think, for me, because I just don't have a good sense of people. And, like, you can pack a lot of people into a place, or a place could be, like, really, really, like, sparsely populated, and it's just like, I don't know. Currency in Barbados, it wouldn't be the peso. I think it's just the dollar. I feel like they would just be on the dollar standard. A lot of the Caribbean is used the dollar standard. Peso is... It'd be one of these two, though. The real is... I should know what the real is. Cordoba also, all these are sensible options. Sometimes they throw in like they'd have like the yen or the ruble, and it's like, oh, it's clearly not that. But the dollar feels like very standard because a lot of the Caribbean feels like it's you know, as America is the de facto superpower, right? A lot of the Caribbean especially feels like it would use the dollar. Peso feels like it'd be more for like anything that's in Central America would typically use the peso. Anything in the Caribbean would use the dollar. Nice. Obviously, it's a slightly different dollar, but yeah. Four most populated cities in the right order. This one's always a tough one too because you're basically just guessing outside the capital. In 90% of countries, I would say, the capital is almost always the highest populated city. because that's where a lot of the stuff happens. America is a notable example of that not being the case, where Washington D.C. is definitely not in the. I don't even know if it's in the top 10. What are like other examples? I think Australia is also an example of a country where the capital is not their biggest city. But like a lot of Europe, a lot of like Africa, and a lot of like Asia and South America, a lot of other places typically have it, and it's more the other way around. Canada as well, I believe. Yes, that one makes sense because I don't even know what I think the capital is Ottawa, but like Vancouver or a few other ones would be like, you know, larger. Hey, what's up, Gabriel? Happy Thursday, welcome in. Where is it? We're doing populous cities in Barbados, Gabriel. How much do you know about Barbados? It's not that far from you. It's closer to you than it is to me. Toronto and Vancouver. Toronto, that's the other one I was trying to think of. I feel like Whole Town feels like it'd be a middle one. That's not in my old man phone games, Gabriel. I told you. Something here only has like look, this is definitely Bridgetown easily. Whole Town feels like it'd be here. I feel like it'd be something like this. Whole Town feels like it's too obvious that it's the lowest city. It feels like it has to be a middle city with a name like Whole Town. I mean, hold on. Actually, would Olsen's be the lowest one because everything else has town in its name? Or would Olsen's be the stand-up of the second city because it doesn't have town in its name? Thoughts? We could just go like letter, like Bridgetown, we know that's the biggest one. Then we just go like size of the name, like Olsen's smallest one. More people go there, it's easier to sell. It's easier to like write on an envelope. Speightstown, that's a lot of letters, and it's not the capital. Why would you go there? A lot of letters to write on an envelope. This feels right. It's not. Speightstown is the highest. Whole Town was the lowest, I can't believe it. Easy mode. Oh, easy mode's available for top exports? Oh, hold on, I'm easy moding this one. So, top exports is probably my least favorite of the minigames, because it's just like, what do you think this country exports? And I don't know, this is a newer one. When I first started playing Worldle, this was not a category, they just like added it fairly recently. So what does Barbados export? Like, what do they make a lot of and send to the world? Pharmaceutical products doesn't make sense to me. It could be like the components of pharmaceutical products, but like not the product themselves, so I'd say no. Beverages seems reasonable. Minerals, fuels, oils, and waxes. Usually, a lot of places have this as their top one because a lot of places will export oil or export like minerals or mineral fuels. Minerals is technically its own category. Animal and vegetable fats, oils, and waxes. This feels like decent, but it doesn't feel like this is ever going to be like the top export. This feels like it is an export, but not like the top export. How Barbados rum? I do like that for beverages. It feels more unique as well. But yeah, like it'd be one of these two. I don't think it's this one. It's definitely not this one. I kind of want to go beverages because I want it to be different, even though it probably is just going to be this. All right. If you see minerals, oils, fuels, and waxes, this is almost always the top one. The other one that you see a lot of, if the top one is oh my god, I don't have if we were like on the not easy, if we were in the hard mode version, you could like look at the drop down, I could point it out, but it's like it's almost always like oil or a natural resource like that can be exploited. They're not both 14%. The idea now is, and this is why I don't like this one, what you now have to like make it so you match these up to what it's about. And sometimes it could be like this. Not often, but sometimes. I don't think Barbados is that centralized, another word. I don't think they're that undiversified into just minerals, oils, fuels, and waxes. It feels like they would have a lot. I would say like probably 35-ish%. Pharmaceutical products, I feel like I said before, I feel like they just don't have the correct infrastructure for it inherently. So I'd say that's up there, but probably low. I feel like this is also, I don't like this because like you have to go like top to bottom because otherwise it'll like mess up things. Paper and paperboard feels fairly light. I'd say like this also feels like a 5%er. So what is the second? I think beverages makes a lot of sense as the second one. I would go like 20% on beverages. This might be higher. Animal, vegetable, this feels like a 10%er. And then, yeah, are both of these... Let's bump paper and paperboard to like 2%. Let's bump this... I want to bump this to 40%, actually. Beverages to... 18%. This is 6, that's 2, this one. I'd say about that. Because obviously we know this one's the biggest one. And making up a little bit under half feels about right. Wait, hold on. Wait. I hit the wrong button. 40%. Paper and paperboard was like 3%. Yeah. This seemed... No, and then this was like 18%. This was 2%. Okay, yes. 39% was pretty good on that one. Oh, they do a lot more pharmaceuticals than I thought. Yeah, so basically pharmaceutical taking up some of the beverage share, and we would have had more or less it. Like, yeah, the whole variance with this feels... Like I said, this is the weakest of the Worldle challenges by far. And then the very last one is what's the area of the country, which they give you hints to like base your stuff off of, which I think is really nice. If I did not have this, I would never get this. So obviously it's an island. We know it's... I know for a fact it's smaller than Ireland, which you can also tell from the fact that you don't have that as an option. Everything is under 70,000. It's not... This is for like micro islands. I feel like it's about in this range. I don't think it's a 10k pluser. I feel like it's in one of these two ranges. And this is inherently a larger range, because this goes from 3 to 7. This goes from 7 to 10. This has like 4 square kilometer difference. 4,000 square kilometer difference. This only has 3,000. This feels like the better choice. It could also be below it, actually. Again, this, like... When it gets to like bigger countries, I can know really easily, because you can use this as a basis of like, oh, I know other countries that are this size. When it's this small and you don't have this for like reference, like if it showed me like what's an island that'd be smaller than Ireland that they could put here to like reference it for when they're like this small, something like that would be really helpful. But I have no sense of scale at this now, so it's fairly small. It's smaller than like, it's smaller than Cuba, it's smaller than Dominican and Haiti, it's smaller than Puerto Rico, I'm pretty sure. And I don't know what the size of any of those are. It feels like a 3 to 7. It's less than... It feels like it's always, when it's an island, it's almost always this one. I kind of wanted to say that, but I was like, no, it can't always be, it's almost always this one. If it's a small island, it's almost always so small, and your brain just doesn't understand the scale. Something like Malta might be interesting, as like the other one. And like, yeah, I don't know how... Size of Malta. 122 square miles in 316 square kilometers. Yeah, like if it had Malta, I'd be so much like, oh, it's about the size of Malta easily. Barbados is small, but it's bigger than Malta, actually. There's your fun fact for the day. So as you can see, bow boom bow, Worldle done. Next, let's do flag. I've never done this one before, so I don't know. Do we make a guess to reveal the first tile? Oh wow! Ooh, this is so. I've never done this one before, but I think I see how this works. Is I'm gonna make a guess, and it's gonna reveal one of the tiles, and I have to. Then based on that, I can make another guess. So I have to reveal, so basically I have to blind guess this one. What's a good flag? I like the Seychelles a lot. Seychelles is a flag that is the 5 colors going out at like different angles. That's a fun one. I like Finland a lot. Let's just go with Finnabu though. It wouldn't be Barbados. I kind of want to do Seychelles. Estonia? Let's do Estonia. That's good. Estonia is black, blue, and white. It's none of those. I want to... It's not... My mind immediately went to... Because it's solid green. The thing is, it could be a tricolor, or it could be a dicolor. But, like, green is a rare flag color. my heart and my head immediately want to go for Saudi Arabia, but I don't think Saudi Arabia is this color green. I think this color green is Macau. Because Macau is also a very solid color green, but it's a little bit more blue color, so I think it's this. It's Mexico. It was a tricolor. All right. All right, that's so... I didn't even notice the arrow, because as soon as I didn't even notice the arrow. If I had noticed the arrow, I probably wouldn't have guessed... I don't know what I would have guessed, because it would have been like Estonia. Hold on. All right. Never before have I seen an immediate reveal and been like, oh, I know exactly what that is. It was in fact a tricolor. That's probably why they split it up into those distinct quadrants. Good job, Mexico. Play bonus round. What are the bonus rounds here? Is it just the same thing? What's the shape of Mexico? Okay. Okay, I know Mexico a lot better than I do Barbados. We got this one. National emblem, it's the thing that's on the flag. Pick the flag for the capital city, Mexico. Oh shit, I don't know it that well. City and state flags typically suck. So that's what I'm gonna base it off of. The capital flag might be better though. But like, at least in America, our subdivisional flags suck. I really wish you could zoom in on these. This has an eagle and it has a star on it. I don't know what this says on it though. This doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel right either. Neither of these feel particularly good. I don't think it... This one definitely not, because I don't think the color works with what I think of when I think of Mexico. This one, maybe a little bit. I don't... Like, in both cases, I don't think castles are something I associate with Mexico a lot. But I could see that being a thing for, like, the capital of Mexico, because maybe there's, like, an old Spanish fort/castle there that maybe, like, that's their one in the entire country that they, like... has a lot of heritage around it, maybe, but I'm leaning towards no. I don't think it'd be a solid color flag, even though I think that'd be a really sick one for your capital city to have just a solid color flag, but I don't think it's that good. Like that feels like a statement. I also don't think it'd be this. This doesn't feel. That'd be interesting actually, but this doesn't feel Spanish to me. This feels like Eastern European. I want to go with this one, because again, I think. I'm gonna go with my gut, and my gut tells me that I think most subdivisional things, which these are probably all subdivisional, but I think a lot of subdivisional things have words on it and they all stink. So this one. Shoot. I suggest Italy because I saw the green and thought Mexico? No, I always mix up the two flags. Oh no, you would have had it though! Sort of, on your second guess. They graded Trace instead of Dos Equis. Ooh, is that your reasoning for the triple X's? It was branded. Dos Equis bought them out, and so they were like, we're gonna bump you up to Trace Equis. I do like this one a little bit. Yes. All right. Nice. I would say, like I said, like because it didn't feel like this one. It was okay. It was a European flag. I thought it was Eastern European. Okay, Prague, Muscat, I don't know where that is, but yeah, like it felt like it had to be like something along these lines, and I was like, this blue doesn't feel right, but this one felt much better. Can I get a zoom in on this? Can I Wikipedia this? Mexico, no. Mexico City. It doesn't have the flag on here. Get out of here. Second guess too much happens. I mean, in a way, I kind of second guessed this for a second. Look at the flag of a country that neighbors Mexico. Oh, geez. It's not. So this is Chile. That does not neighbor Mexico. This is Germany or Belgium. I get them confused. I think this might actually be Belgium. No, it's no. Either way, that's European. This is closer, but it doesn't border it. I don't think. Because this is a South American flag. I don't want to say this is the other one. That is Belgium. Okay, Germany's horizontal. This is clearly Ireland. This is an African nation. It might be this one because I'm using the meta knowledge of Barbados, right? If we go over to actually, hold on. I'm gonna use my meta knowledge. Go to flags here. Dominica. It's Dominica. Shoot, it's not Dominica. Dominica is a country in the Caribbean, but is not the one bordering it. It has to either be this one or this one, is my guess then. And it's clearly not America, because America borders Mexico on the north, so it has to be something that borders Mexico on the south, assuming that it's like a border and not like a sea border, right? So the border countries would be... Actually, is this, I want to say this was like Peru, or not Peru. Or this was like Colombia or like Venezuela. But this actually might be like Belize or something like that, right? I have 2 more guesses. I'm going to shoot Guatemala. That's it. Yeah, that wouldn't have been it. This one felt like this one felt a little rougher. This one felt like it could be, but I didn't think there was like any British flags down there necessarily. Unless this was like, again, an island. Guatemala. Population and currency. What's the population of Mexico? What's the population of the US? I feel like Mexico has to be over 100 million. Yeah. Peso. Easy. Done. Cool. I kind of like Flaggle. I think the actual, like, I think this one was actually, I kind of like this one. I might add that to my list now of things to do. All right, so it's true. Here's the tough one. This is arguably the toughest one in the list today. This is called Minute Cryptic. And this one kind of sucks because it's rules. So here you go. Lead guitarist fills all but the first bass section. And it's a 5-letter word. Go wild. What could it be? And you have, like, all the information is in the clue. What is the answer? If we want to get in par, we have to do within 3 guesses using either, not guesses, because we can type in whatever we want here, right? Like kitty, right? And it doesn't burn a thing. What burns things is if we use hints, which you have definition hint, indicator hint, fodder hint, or it can just show us a letter. And so I'll let this up for a second. You guys can think about it for a second. But whenever I play, I typically always like jam out indicator and or fodder as my hint because it makes it so much easier because it tells you what you're looking at. Because basically how this works is you'll have the definition, which will be like what the word you're solving means effectively. The indicator, which is like words in here that can like point you to how you use the fodder to make your definition. And the fodder is like the words that you're twisting or modifying in some way to get you to that definition. So in this case, like, lead guitarist fills all but the first bass section. Lead makes me think of like this could be a indicator to tell me it's the lead letter or the lead letters of a different word. First, again, same thing where it's like, oh, it's like I'm just using just the B or just the BA of like bass section. Bass section. Bass section? Bass. I think bass. Whatever. And so like using that information, how do you solve for this 5-letter one? And the thing is, again, lead guitarist, but maybe it could be bass actually. Like it could be a wordplay pun where it's like you think it's bass, but it's actually bass. So lead guitarist fills all but the first bass section. Bass section. If it's bass or if it's bass, it makes me think fishing. So like, what is a famous fish? What is a famous like guitarist that has like a fish name? If it was that. Lead guitarist. So like maybe it's like fills all but the first. Maybe it's like we use like 3 to 4 letters from here and then the first 2 letters from here. So BA. No, that doesn't make sense. Brist? That's not a word. Lead guitarist fills all but the first bass section. Could be lead as well. Like, again, it could be a wordplay pun where it's not lead, but it's actually lead. So, like, Led Zeppelin would be, who's the guitarist in Led Zeppelin? I'm gonna use my, instead of using my hints, I actually am gonna use my little cheat knowledge here. Led Zeppelin members. Jimmy Page. No, that doesn't make sense. It's not a fishing pun if that was the way it was going. The guitarist fills all of the first bass section. So fills all but makes me think of the first 4. Bleed with an A isn't a word, right? No, it's not. It's like I was thinking like B, and then maybe the lead is the actual fodder and not the guitarist. What is guitarist doing then? I don't think there's any indicators that would tell me to, like, anagram something, which it can sometimes happen. Section also makes me think of, actually, maybe it's not BA, but actually, first is in, this is the first, but maybe it's AS. Because, like, it's a section of this, the section of bass, this AS, and that goes first. So maybe it's AS blank, blank, blank. Hey, is assist with, I think assist is with 3 S's. Lead, though, makes me think of like GU or GUI. It was all but first. I'm gonna go and pop the fodder. So guitarist and fills are a fodder. And this one is all letter play. Use those letters, or some of them, as directed by the indicators. So now that we know we're actually using the letters from here. We're not like changing or editing anything. Like, out of these letters, we can fill in these 5 spots. Okay. So this part is actually, like, I thought bass was gonna be one of the pieces of fodder, but it's not. So in this case, lead guitarist fills all but the first bass. Okay, I got it. It makes sense. I actually was correct. It was a fish pun. So lead is the G, and then all but the first is ills. It's gills, and it is bass because it is or it is bass because it's a fish. Gills. Nice. All right. Wow. I've never actually watched one of these, but this is like, I guess the dude that makes this and like will explain how this works out. But yeah, that, like I said, I almost always have to jam out the fodder and or indicator to like understand what I'm looking at. And once you get one, it can get really easy if you know like the tricks of the trade inherently. Like in this case, I was like, oh yeah, it's either a word pun with either lead or bass. And it was. So gills. Little things let the fish go around. Speaking of fish, this is the peak. Service crew, I need your help with this one. I think together we all have a good assortment of knowledge. This is one where how this works. Can we get the explanation? So guess the Wikipedia article from its categories. Every day there are 10 notable, diverse, and interesting people, places, and things to guess. Guess the article title, including your first names. Don't worry about capitalization, accents, or anything in brackets. It's a challenge of general knowledge and a source of new Wikipedia discoveries. So basically what this is like, in this case, the categories are cheese dishes, cuisine of New York City, flatbread dishes, Georgian cuisine, Georgian products with protected designation of origin, national dishes, savory pies, and street food. So what is an article on Wikipedia that would have all those in it? For instance, if it was just cheese dishes, cuisine of New York City, and like street food, I would think pizza. But it's not. We know it's something from Georgia, from the country of Georgia. Flatbread also, I don't know, I would have kind of gone pizza there, but again, I don't think this is actually pizza. It's also a savory pie. Sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it's not. I feel like this might be not as obvious unless we have anyone from Georgia. So a flatbread thing from Georgia. If you know, what do you got? Chef John made a video about it. What do you got? I would say, like I said, this one, hats off. If you guys get it, shout it out. Vaccine is fully allowed. But I cannot remember the name. No! the one hiccup in it. Something with cheese, something that's flatbread. I assume the name is something of Georgian descent and not just like a cheese sandwich or something like that. Like a cheese flatbread or like a sweet pie flatbread. We might also be able to guess like the generic name of it as well. It doesn't have to be like the proper name. It might be able to allow us something if it's like it doesn't say a meat dish at all. It says flatbread and cheese. Savory pie though makes me think, well, no, it doesn't. Would meat dishes be a category on Wikipedia that would have to be a thing? Be in Georgian? Oh, we might not get this then. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, we were not getting that. Okay, very fair. Yes, the Khachapuri. Very fair. We were definitely not getting that one. Khachapuri is a traditional Georgian dish of cheese-filled bread. It really is just cheese bread. That's actually amazing. The bread is leavened and allowed to rise, molded into various shapes, and then filled in the center with a mixture of cheese, fresh or aged. Most commonly specialized Khachapuri cheese, and sometimes eggs or other ingredients. It's popular in Georgia, both in restaurants and as street food. Yeah, we were not getting that one. This is the one rough part with catfishing. Sometimes it's just like, I don't know that. I don't think I was getting that one. 19th century books, Denmark and fiction, Germanic heroic legends, this is probably Beowulf, influences of Jerry Tolkien, this is definitely Beowulf, monsters popular culture, poems adapted into films, Sweden and fiction. It's Beowulf. It's like the super easy one. Obviously, the idea of it just being like cheese bread, you can't go wrong with cheese bread. Like, I get that. Animal superheroes, animated characters in 2007, anthropomorphic mammals, Disney animal characters. Is this Bolt? Is that what it is? Fictional spies in television, fictional vigilantes, male characters in anime television series. Hold on, Milo Murphy's Law, yeah, okay, this is Perry the Platypus. I'm really glad this game, by the way, has a spell correct feature because I didn't know the platypus was spelled with a Y. Ooh. I would say, yeah, animal superheroes and animal characters in 2007. With Disney, made me think like Bolt, the dog movie. But yeah, once it got to spies and vigilantes, and then obviously Phineas and Ferb, it's like, oh, obviously. Music is one of the things I'm worst at. So 1988 songs. 1988 singles, 89 singles, and then a lot of the song ones, they kind of get bloated because it's just like Top Dutch 40 #1 singles, Irish singles chart, #1 singles in Belgium. Like, oh, there's so much bloat in these ones that is kind of rough. But Enya songs, who knows Enya? Enya, Geffen Records singles, music videos directed by Michael Gohagen. Songs about boats. Oh, you probably got it. Songs about oceans and seas. Songs about rivers. Songs music by Enya. Yeah, it's probably Sail Away. Come sail away. Come sail away. Orinoco Flow. Also released as Orinoco Flow. Sail Away. I thought it was called Sail Away. Actually, I would not have guessed Orinoco Flow. Very good, Sultari. Nice. 67 in Egypt. 67 in Israel. 67 in Jordan. In Syria. 67 in the Israeli military governorate. Arab-Israeli conflicts in 1967, invasions by Israel, invasion by Egypt, invasion by Syria, Africa, Asia, wars involving Egypt, wars involving Israel, wars involving Jordan, wars involving Syria. What is this? This is a war, clearly. It's a war involving Egypt and Israel. What was that conflict called? It wasn't just called like the Israeli-Egypt war. That doesn't feel right. This was like, I think this was around the Suez Canal as well, if I had to guess. So I don't know if it would just be called like the Suez Canal conflict. That doesn't sound right. Suez War? Is that a thing? Or it'd be like, or it's like it might also be a war that is like named like the 72-hour war or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised. That doesn't sound right though. But it's clearly a conflict there in the Middle East, as evidenced by the fact that everything is Middle Eastern. Guesses? I kind of just want to guess Suez conflict if we don't have any like solid stuff here, because it's something along the lines of that. Because I think I vaguely know this one, and I think Egypt and Israel were the big like contenders in here. Syria was involved, but I think Syria was as important as like Egypt here, and I think it was mostly based on that little like part like around the Suez Canal, if I had to guess. We'll let it rock then. It was a time one! Oh my god, it was 6-Day War. And yeah, this is exactly where I figured it was. Like, there's the Suez Canal right there. Yes, oh my god! I actually did not know that, but it just felt right. Maybe I knew that somewhere in the deep, deep recesses of my mind, but like, oh my god, it actually was just it was a small ass little war with a damn temporal name. Kind of want to say close enough, but that is not. You can say close enough if you think you're like oh yeah, I was close enough, but like I don't think I earned it for that one. I really want to do it, but no, I didn't earn that one. Okay, films. Okay, I think we got this. 2000s American films, 2000s English language films, 2001 biographical drama films, 2001 drama films, 2001 films. So it's a biographical film in 2001, made in America, in English, about mathematicians, culture depictions of American people, about educators, Best Picture Academy Award winners. Okay, that's a huge one. 2001 Best Picture Academy Award winner. DreamWorks Picture Films. What? Drama based on actual events. Is this films about Nobel laureates, films about disability in the United States, about imaginary friends? Oh, oh, no, oh my god, wait. Films about mathematics, about schizophrenia, about the education system in the United States, based on biographies, directed by Ron Howard. I didn't know that one. It's like My Friend Blank, I want to say. I think it's called like My Friend Blank. My Friend Steven? It might be My Friend Steven. It might be about Stephen Hawking. Film scored by James. Film set in Massachusetts, set in New Jersey, in Virginia. Film set in the 1940s and 50s and 60s and 70s and 90s. It might be about Stephen Hawking. Film shot in New Jersey, whose writer was by Africa. Imagine Entertainment, Princeton University. I think it's like My Friend Steven. Anyone to debate? Going once, going twice. A Beautiful Mind. God damn it. A Beautiful Mind is a 2001 American biographical drama about the mathematician John Nash. I was way off on this one. Is My Friend Steven... My friend... There is no... I imagined in my head an entire movie called My Friend Steven about, like, in my head it was like about a boy, because it says imaginary friends. So I was thinking like maybe a boy like made an imaginary friend, Stephen Hawking, that he would like talk to go through math problems, but like the real Stephen Hawking like knew about it or something like that. Like I don't know how it was gonna work out, but hell. You guys wanna watch A Beautiful Mind next movie night? Has Russell Crowe in it. The film was directed by Ron Howard, based on the screenplay by Akiva Goldsman, who adapted the 1998 biography by Sylvia Nazar. In addition to Crowe, the film's cast features Ed Harris, I thought I was going to say Ed Norton, Jennifer Connelly, Paul Bettany, Adam Goldberg, Judd Hirsch, Josh Lucas, Anthony Rapp, and Christopher Plummer in supporting roles. Huh. Was off on this one. It was a Ben. Happy Thursday, welcome in. Ben, you love 1951 musicals, don't you? You're just in time. Why you say is catfishing? Because we need to find out what these Wikipedia articles are, Ben. So tell me, what is a 1951 musical that was on Broadway that had a cultural depiction of Anna Lena wins. A culture depiction of Mongkut. Drama Desk award-winning musicals about Buddhism. Oh, I don't think I know this. Fiction about monarchy, about polygamy. Grammy Hall Fame Award recipients. No, monarchy wouldn't make sense for that. Musicals based on novels. So what's a novel turned into a play in like the 50s? With Rodgers and Hammerstein. Inspired by real life events. Set in Thailand. Musical set in the 1860s. Race-related controversies in theater. Tony Award for Best Musical. Tony Award-winning musicals. West End musicals. So what is... musical set in Thailand about Buddhism and about the monarchy and polygamy. Pol Pot is in Thailand. Pol Pot is Cambodia? So it wouldn't be about that. I don't know what that would be anyway. 1951 Broadway musical though. I feel like whatever it is, given certain aspects of it, I don't think it'd be something that is played nowadays. Either sell the Hollywood or to a comic book author. Ooh, like it feels like when I typed in my friend, like I feel like I didn't make this up. My friend, imaginary movie. Hold on. Imaginary friend TV movie. I feel like I did not make that up though, Dolly. If I did, Hollywood, call me. I'll give it to you for $5. Just put my name in the credits. But like I feel like I took that from something that feels like a real thing, or it feels like an episode of like Star Trek. What's up, Lahais? Happy Thursday, welcome in. Thank you for the drink. I'm sipping some nice mint herbal tea today. Lahais, what is a 1951 musical set in Thailand about Buddhism and polygamy and monarchy? I don't think we're getting this one, unless one of you can pull this out like real now. I do not think we're getting this one. We can take the L on this one, because I'm trying to think what like musicals I know, and I don't know that many because I'm not a musical guy, unfortunately. I know like oh my god, what's that one musical that I actually really like? The only one I've never even watched the musical of it. I've only watched the movie version of it. With Audrey 2. That's the only like one I know. My Friend Totoro and Steven Universe. It definitely was not Steven Universe. I knew, because I guess Stephen Hawking, but I do like the idea of me mixing it with Steven Universe. Man, I need to go back and try to watch My Friend Totoro. I went through an entire, I don't want to say Ghibli phase, but I went through like the Ghibli catalog a while ago, and like My Friend Totoro was the one that I started up, and it was very much like, this is a children's movie, because the opening credits were very much like children's movie from like the I think it was from the 80s, but it felt like from like the 60s or something, and so I was like, hold on, I'm not sure I'm like in the right headspace, in the right mood for this. But I think I went through all the other catalog, not all of them actually, because I know there's like The Cat Returns, and a similar one related to that one. That's another one I missed, but like My Friend Totoro is one that I have, like a notable one that I never actually watched. We'll jang it. The King and I, really? Look, I'm gonna be real. I know what The King and I is. I know the name, The King and I. Did not realize it was about a Southeast Asian king. I legit thought The King and I was about like a European king. Would not have in a million years guessed this. And now, Search, we might have all learned something today. The King and I is about the fifth musical by the team of Rodgers and Hammerstein. It's based on Margaret Landon's novel, Anna and the King of Siam, which is in turn derived from the memories of Anna Lowens, governess to the children of King Mongkut of Siam in the early 1860s. The musical's plot relates to the experience of Anna, a British school teacher, who is hired as part of the king's drive to modernize his country. Oh, that's interesting, actually. The relationship between the king and Anna is marked by conflict. That's actually kind of an interesting idea. The idea of like, yeah, being in that position to like, oh, I have to be here to modernize this. Oh, that's interesting. Can I say it was close? No, you just say Cats, I guess. Wait, hold on. There's a musical about a king. I mean, it said fiction about monarchy, Ben. Come on. Cats was not close. I'll give you like an imaginary point. Not like even like partial credit. You get an imaginary point for saying king, because king is in the title, but haven't seen Totoro, fake weeb. Oh, we're both fake weebs together, Sultari. Nice. This makes so much more sense, though. Bay of New South Wales, Georges River, James Cook, Mascot, New South Wales, Port Season, New South Wales. Where are my UK viewers? Port cities in New South Wales. So it's a city. You got 25% of an imaginary point then. So New South Wales is obviously in Wales, which is in the United Kingdom. Oh, is it Australia? Hold on a second. Oh, James Cook makes sense. Oh, look at you. Yes, NSW. NSW. Yes. Oh my God. Soltari, thank you for correcting me. Oh my God. Oh, it's not a capital. So, because otherwise it would say like capitals in Australia or Asia or whatever. Bays of New South Wales. Do you think it's just like Bay of, like, it wouldn't be Bay of Bengal, right? Port City. It makes me think it's a big city, like Brisbane or something like that. Ooh, where's Rue when you need her? When you need them. Okay, so at least 3 of us haven't watched Totoro. We could put that as a watch along at some point then. All right, what Australian cities do you guys know? There's Brisbane. There's Canberra. I don't know if that's a city or a state or a region or whatever. Sydney. Yeah, Sydney. 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. I don't think it's Sydney though. It feels like it'd be. I feel like Sydney would have more categories. You know what I mean? Canberra is not coastal, so we can throw that one out. Oh, Canberra is the capital? I thought what did I think was the capital? I don't know what I thought was the capital. I'm kind of leaning Brisbane then. Brisbane feels like one that I know. Or if it's not that, oh no. Oh my God, it would be whatever. There's a map. I'm trying. I think NSW is NSW the bottom right? Is that the southeast part of Australia, or is that the top north part? Because it's either like, okay, imagine me drawing Australia right now, right? And then I thought it was like NSW was up here and not down here. Is there a city called Newcastle in Australia? Probably? I don't think it's a large city. I think the Newcastle is probably a bigger city in UK. There probably is one in Australia, but yeah, I think it's UK is probably the more famous of the two. Oh, it is Australia. Ooh, I like that one. I'm doing Adelaide. I would say that feels better. I don't think it's this either. I think it's gonna be. It better not be Brisbane. If it's Brisbane, we cry a little bit. But I like this one a lot. This is a city that I know, that I've heard of before. That feels like it's just in the ballpark. It's Bonnie Bay. It was a bay. It was something with bay in the name. This is a Star Trek reference. I would not have gotten this from the Star Trek reference, but the USS Botany Bay is the ship that Khan from the Wrath of Khan. That was the ship that he and his Supermen were originally found on in Star Trek: The Original Series. There's your fun fact for the day. Botany Bay is an open oceanic embayment located in Sydney. Sydney! Oh my God, Sydney was actually the correct answer, but it was the bay specifically, not the. Oh no! Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. Okay, so now we all need to know that Sydney is in New South Wales. Okay, it's okay. Service group, we still have a score of 3, which honestly, that's a pretty good score. I average about 3 to 4 in catfishing a lot. We have 2 more questions though, okay? So lock in. 1934 British novels. We all love reading here. British novels adapted into films. We like watching movies. British novels adapted into television shows. Okay, that's a twofer. Collins Crime Club books. Hercule Poirot novels. Okay, so you know it's like Murder on the Orient Express or something similar. Lindbergh kidnapping. I don't think that's Murder on the Orient Express. Novels about princesses. Novels first published in serial form. Novels set in Yugoslavia. No, wait, novels set on trains. Never mind. No, it 100% is. Novels originally published. Okay, it's Murder on the Orient Express, right? She doesn't have 2. You can't have 2 novels set on trains, right? Like, what are the chances of that? pretty high actually. I'd write, if I was writing books, I'd probably set multiple ones on trains. I'm trying to think, does Murder on the Orient Express have the Limburg kidnapping in it? That was about princesses. That feels vaguely, yeah, that feels right. It would be in serial form. That does track. And yeah, like for a second I was like, Yugoslavia doesn't sound right, but no, the Orient Express ran from like it would have gone through Yugoslavia. That's probably where it was broken down in the book / movie / whatever. Novel set in the 1930s. That does track. It has to be this. It has to be this. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Is a work of detective fiction by English writer Agatha Christie featuring the Belgian detective Hercule Poirot. It was first published in the United Kingdom by the Collins Crime Club on 1st January 1934. In the US, it was published on 28 February 1934 under the title of Murder in the Calais Coach. Calais Coach? It's a much worse name. Just because it has alliteration. I mean, obviously, Murder on the Orient Express is such a known thing at this point, but UK edition retail at 7 shillings and a sixpence. That's a steal right there. All right, last question. Question 10. You guys ready? Animated characters. You guys got this. Animated characters introduced in 1927. Animated film series. Anthropomorphic rabbits and hares. Bugs Bunny? No. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit? Characters created by Ub Iwerks. Characters created by Walt Disney. It's Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Oh my god. Disney Core Universe characters. Disney short film series. English language independent films. Fictional inventors. Ooh, fictional mute characters. Maybe. Fictional characters in 27. Male characters in animation. Screen Gems film series. Video game bosses. Hold on. Hold on. You guys know this. If this was from something, it'd be from like what's the Kingdom Hearts or whatever. Is Oswald the Lucky Rabbit a video game boss? It says Disney. It's not Bugs Bunny then. It would be like Oswald the Lucky Rabbit is the only like Disney rabbit I can think of. Is Oswald the Lucky Rabbit a boss in something? Are you? Sultari, I mean this with all respect. Are you fucking with me? Or is that real? Because I don't know about Kingdom Hearts, but that sounds like it could be real. And I legitimately do not know if you're messing with me or not. You have any games on your phone? I do, Kiwi. Thank you. Boba took them all, though. So now we're stuck with catfishing. They're like Mickey Mouse games. So yeah, is he on Epic Mickey? It's clearly Oswald though. It has to be. Oh my god. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit was not something I thought I was gonna think about today, but so sorry. I believed you. You had very good plausible deniability to make me believe that. Where it's like that feels like correct, right? Because Oswald was the original Mickey Mouse. And like it would make sense like if you're playing Kingdom Hearts and like I don't know if you get to play as Mickey, but like I'm imagining in like a I played .hack/GU. I also played the first one of the original series, but it was after I played GU, so it didn't hit as hard. But in .hack/GU, all 3 games, but mostly in the first one because that's the one that I remember the most fondly, obviously. There was a part where like after you beat the game and you were like running around, you could like go up to this like cut in the wall, and you could go into the cut in the wall and you could like fight Azure Kite. And it was like, whoa, it's a cool secret boss. And I'm just imagining that, like, you get to run around as Mickey in Kingdom Hearts, and it's like, oh, I get to fight my original form, effectively. I get to fight Oswald. Like, that feels real. I believed it. Kingdom Hearts is the series where Mickey goes, you guys talking about the Door to Darkness? Or whatever. That's, like, one of the only clips that's, like, one of my favorite clips in it. Konami has at least 40 kids, but Oswald does? That is a very good fun fact, Holly. I mean, he is a rabbit. That does track. He's being jealous of Mickey in that game. Really? In Epic Mickey? That feels appropriate because like Oswald the Lucky Rabbit is basically like he was shafted and like Disney created a new character similar in appearance to Oswald as a replacement, Mickey Mouse. Like that's the last little bit here. Like it's like it was like Oswald was taken from Walt Disney. Apparently something along those lines. I don't know the full stuff because there's a lot of history here, and Disney in spite made Mickey Mouse, and Mickey Mouse became so much bigger. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit is the Hydrox to Mickey Mouse's Oreos, you know what I mean? Where like Oreos are not the original. Hydrox, this was the original like cream-filled sandwich cookie But Hydrox is such a terrible name. It sounds like a metal product that whenever you see that, you're like, oh, what is this Oreo knockoff? Even though it was the one that came first. Not so lucky, is he? Honestly, though, you know who was lucky? We were. 5 is a really good score. I think my high score is only 7 in the game. But as you can see, why it's called... I still don't know why it's called catfishing, but the scores are cats and fishes. So we got 5 cats. It's pretty good. That's 4 more than I have. Isn't that right, spare parts? Yeah, Hydrox sounds like a chemical, like a cleaning agent, which I don't know if that's why it didn't do so well in like the 1930s or whatever when it first came out and Oreo supplanted it, but like Oswald the Lucky Rabbit is effectively the same as Hydrox, where it's like that was the thing that came first, but like the cheap knockoff, the imitation or whatever you want to call it, is the one that like exploded in popularity. What are they dragging into fantasy series? What, catfishing? I mean, or Hydrox. Oh yes, that makes sense actually, because Hydro. I could see that. That sounds like Hydrox sounds like either that or like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Which that's because there was Hydro Dragon, Hydrogeddon. It was Hydrogeddon. It was Hydrogeddon and Oxygeddon or something like that. And you had to have like 2 Hydrogeddons and Oxygeddon and a spell card, and you could like summon Water Dragon, which was a terrible combo because it took too many cards. But I had it in my deck because my deck was just a bunch of fun cards I put together and had no consistency whatsoever. That's unrelated though. Okay, Service Crew, before we continue on to our next one, I mentioned this earlier. You can do catfishing is a great one because there's a big archive of games that you can actually go through. And as I said before, I think I'm on like 272 now. Service Crew, I need your help with this one. I know the answers, but I want to see how good you guys are at this. We're gonna do the 282, April 1st. This is a really good one. Let's see if you can answer these ones. American Spies, Deception Operations, Double Agents, Living People, People of the Iraq War, Unidentified People. I know the answer for the first 2. I don't remember the answer for the next 8, but I think the next 8 are very good ones. This one I think is probably gonna be a wash unless someone really knows like Double Agents or like the Iraq War. But this is like one of the 2 that I remember very, very vividly. Should spies really have Wikipedia articles? I mean, after they've done being spies, I think it's more like it's not an article about the spy themselves. It's about like the code name, the image of the spy, rather than like his backstory, right? Is that an actual person? Yes. Yes, this is. Because these all have every single thing. So this is April Fool's, but it's also like these are real Wikipedia articles. The answer for this one is April Fool, because this is the April Fool's catfishing. So the idea is like, oh, this is April Fool. Like, very understandable that like I didn't get this one either. Like this is really difficult. I think all the other ones are pretty solid. 2010 directorial debut films, 2010 documentary films, 2010 films, independent films, American films, English language films, American documentaries, documentaries about the arts, documentary about the internet, about English language, independent films, films about social media, films adapted into TV shows, films directed by Henry Joost and Ariel Schulman, I don't know who that is, films scored by Mark Mothersbaugh, shot in Michigan, films shot in New York City. Is any of this ringing a bell? About the Pepe documentary? I don't know what that is. When I did this originally, I guessed, because I saw films about the internet. I guessed it was the one, which actually this would not have been correct because I think this is a Netflix documentary. But I thought about Don't Mess with Cats. That's a documentary. It's not about that though. Feels good, man. It's not Feels Good, man. This one is also so the internet, social media. The answer. The internship. I don't think that's a documentary. The answer is Catfish. Again, because these ones are very like play on like, oh, April Fools. April Fools Day, so is April Fool. Catfish for catfishing. These ones, actually wait, what are these ones? I actually don't remember what these ones are. Oh, this one's also a little bit goofy. 12th century introductions, Catholic holiday days, Christian festivals and holy days, European court festivities, January observances, New Year celebrations. If you guys get this, you guys get this. I actually remember what this one was as well, but like this one's also a bit of a rough one. They're all very obviously jokes, or a lot of them are like references to April Fool's Day or something similar. In this case, this is a reference to like April Fool's Day more than like a joke one. The later half, I think the last 5 especially, are like the ones where it like really pops off. Easter! And for a January observance, for a New Year's celebration? No, this is... I'll give you guys this one as well, because this one's... It's Feast of Fools. It's, like, I did not know that one either. I actually don't... Oh, so here's... Who used Reddit for this part? This is actually one that you guys might get. April Fool's Day group processes psychological experiments subreddits. My guess for this was wrong. Let's see if you guys know. The psychological experiments, I think, is the biggest giveaway for this one, but I don't know how many of you guys have this one. I also thought Our Place, Kiwi. I also immediately was like, I slammed that one down. I was like, oh, it's Place. And it was not Place. They've done multiple. Place is one that they've done quite a few times. That's one where everyone gets to draw on a board together. They'll get to place like 1 pixel at a time together. It's not Place. It's a different one. It's a psychological one. It was Periwinkle versus, Orange Red? Was that what it was? Because it was like the upvote and downvote colors. I think I put in Team Orange Red, which sucks, because clearly I'm a Periwinkle. You can tell from my scarf. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Not Reddit, but one of my favorites was when Mal gave everyone a moderator badge. Like a real moderator badge? Or like is the idea that like everyone got a moderator badge for show, and then like you would post on the forums and be like, oh, I'm a mod talking right now, and it's like everyone's out there like feigning like power effectively. The answer was the button apparently, which I don't know when this one was. 2015. Where apparently like there was a button and it would just start counting down from 60 seconds, but we would click it and it would reset it. And so it took until June 5th, like 4 days later. No, hold on, June 5th, April Fool's Day? No, hold on, this took over 2 months later before someone did not press the button within 60 seconds. So I told you were a moderator now, but you weren't. Ooh, I do like that. Something with that, like the idea of like the granting of like fake power in a way, or just like doing something like visually interesting is always interesting. What is the button doing? Lost. So sorry. But then I was a Mal moderator for 1 day in 22 or something. Oh, I don't know if you guys know this one. This was also a rough one. 1950s hoaxes, 57 in British television. In United Kingdom, April Fool's Day jokes, BBC controversies, fictional trees, hoax in the United Kingdom, journalistic hoaxes, mockumentaries, Panorama, British television program, performance hoax, television episodes set in Switzerland. So, I'll tell you that it's blank tree. What kind of tree do you think they make as a hoax? Supposedly just ended the world if no one pressed it, or at least the island got destroyed or something like that. Did that actually was that like the ending of Lost, or was that like the culture or something like that? Like it was like, oh, we've been here for years. Ben, when you say the dictator, are you thinking of it's a 1950s television hoax? I'm trying to think, because there's the Charlie Chaplin, the dictator, but there's also, which I think that was called the dictator. And there's also like the one where they the 2 dudes go to North Korea. I don't know if that was called the dictator either. Neither of those were the 50s though. Pretty obvious when everyone else was a mod. When you signed in, it just let you know that you were appointed as a mod. That's insane. Like that's a fun one too, because like a real quick jump is like, oh hey. And then you find out very quickly, it's like, wait, what? What's Perdition Tree, Kiwi? What would Perdition be? Answer was I thought it was the money tree. It was the spaghetti tree hoax. Oh shoot, I should remember that one. I did this one already. Does Perdition mean spaghetti? I don't think it means spaghetti. But apparently there was a spaghetti tree hoax. Okay, so that's the first 5. Now this is where it gets interesting. Searcher, what is this one? I feel like these next 5 are the main reason I picked this one as the redo one, because I think they're really fun. I'm not reading these. You gotta read them on your own. Okay, I'll read them on my own. States and territories established in 1901. OCED members. Member states of the United Nations. Member states of the Commonwealth of Nations. G20 members. English-speaking countries and territories. Countries in Oceania. Countries in Australia-Eurasia. Correct. It's Australia. Because it's just upside down. So, yeah, that's kind of like the feel for these next 5. So, let's go a little bit harder. Anke Angwijle. Asiclay Ifriske. English-based I gotta say. Angwijle Amesgay. This one might be hard if you're not. I don't know if people that aren't that would be ESL would know what this is. Or if this is a purely English thing. Anke Angwijle. Asiclay. How do you say that one? Ifris K. That's what it is. Ifris K. English? Why would it be? What is English? What is that? What does English mean then? I'm actually interested in that one. Yeah, as a native speaker, especially like I definitely butchered a little bit, but like if you read it a little bit more and like you start playing with it more. Anke Angwijle, Asiclay, Ifris K, English-based A. What is that? What does that one say? Argot say. What's a Sargot? British English is supposed to do American English. Do you think this is British English? This is, if you guys don't know, this is a wordplay thing that we do in American English at the very least, called Pig Latin, where it's you chop off the first letter, assuming it's not a vowel or a vowel sound, and you add it to the end of it with A at the end. So when it says Anke Angwijle, it means cant languages, which I don't know what that means. Or Asiclay Ifris K, that's classical ciphers, right? So in this case, you're taking the C off of Ifers, or of, yeah, you're taking the C off of ciphers in this case. You're slapping at the end, you're adding A to the end of it. Ose ife uye antwe ute ixpe ikpe antle uye udwe ikwe ixe ikle iste. Ole uye ave avhe ute dude. Dude, no, that's not a ude. Is a ekte ide erstfe ederle offe ide erdwe and a ade it a ute inde ave erdwe and a in they add they add a aa. So yes, it's Pig Latin. Pig Latin, aka Igpe Atenlay. Alright. Service crew? Good luck. You guys can read that, right? 2010's fads and trends. 2010's toys. 20th century inventions. Metal toys, American inventions. Office toys, sensory toys, toy controversies. Correct. Good one, Ben. Because they were all spinning. This one's really hard, actually. So true. If anyone gets this, I'll gift you a sub. If you can get this in like 30 seconds. Because I didn't know what this one was. And then once I got it, I was like, oh, that makes sense. But like, I do not know how you look at this and are like, oh, I know exactly what this is. The idea that these are actually the, are these actually the categories on this Wikipedia article? I actually do want to look at that. The Caesars? The Caesars. I actually don't remember what this one is. I know it is a cipher. I don't know if it's this cipher now. Also, cipher is with an I. The Enigma machine, that's what it was. It's a cipher device developed and used in the early to mid 20th century to protect commercial, diplomatic, and military communications. What cipher does it use? Or it uses its own, it uses the Enigma cipher, that's right. I do like your idea though, Dolly. Yeah, like I would not, hold on. Yeah, open this Wikipedia actually. Scroll to the bottom. Is that real? No, okay, they did just change it for this, okay. Since you saw 1920s. Yes, that would make sense. There is a movie about this. This is with has Benedict Cumberbatch. Yes. With what is it called though? But yes, that is the movie about this, correct? Because he cracked the Enigma cipher. About Alan Turing. It's not just called the Enigma. No. Maybe that's what it's called in hold on, where is it in popular culture? See also simulators. Hold on, derivatives. Control of Turing. Alan Turing, the Enigma. Hold on, wait, what? Oh, do I have to hold on, wait, what? Why are those the only 3 instances of Alan Turing here? Imitation Game. Yes, you're right. Thank you. Oh, Cryptanalysis, the Enigma. That's probably where I'd find that. All right, you got one more, Service Crew. This one's the hardest one. Ready? What's this one? Oh, I didn't realize that at the bottom. I didn't see this one before. When I was doing this originally, I only saw like these blanks and I was like, I don't know what this is. Oh, there it is. And yes, I would say if I saw this, it'd be so much easier when I did this. Because you can't see them. There you go. Good job, Service Crew. They're all, actually, if you go to results, that's actually not a bad, oh, hey, fireworks. Because we got like over half or whatever. But like, actually, if you look at the, I didn't show this before because it wasn't super important, but like, yeah, if you look at the, here, John Cena, The Rock, because they saw WWE, Constellation and Stars were some of the other ones. Because I remember seeing that, I was like, oh, I actually like that. I think that's actually a really cute idea to see that. But these people, like me, did not see the WWE Superstars thing. Morse code, I think, is kind of funny as well as an idea. Or Invisible Ink. I guessed Invisible Ink. That was me. That's me. That's what I guessed. Because I didn't see anything, so I was like, oh, Invisible Ink. That's a fun one. I can't see him. Hand in front of face. I didn't see that, the WWE champion. But no, that was my favorite one, because like I said, when I was doing it again, when I was going back through them, because like I said, I've been doing these in my free time. Once I got to the part where it started rotating, I was like, this sounds fun. And I knew that, I did that like within the last week or so, when I knew that we were gonna do this, so I was like, hold on, write that one down. All right, so we're out of catfishing. This is probably my favorite one. I'd highly recommend if you guys want a new daily game to add in. Catfishing's so fun. Like just go to like a random one. It's just like, oh, drainage basins of the Teferian Sea. Okay, maybe bad example. Oh, it's the Tiber River. I didn't actually read the rest of these. But like there are so many like decent like ideas of just like you'll get the most random thing, but sometimes it will sound really interesting. You'll like want to look it up. Like it's such a good one. I highly recommend playing it. Let's do Disorderly now. This one's a simple one. It's just put these things in order. Got a bunch of foreign sculptures and operas. It can be rough. It can be really rough though. I've heard that Kiwi. I don't know. That is an insane turn to me. The idea of John Cena being a heel, and like does it like he's been a face character. He's been a face in wrestling for so long. Like he's known as like, you know, he's the guy that goes and like hangs out with the Make-A-Wish kids. And it's just like, does that impact that? Does anyone know? Like, does John Cena not do the Make-A-Wish thing anymore now, or like now that he's a heel, does he like go and like if someone has a Make-A-Wish, does he go and just like smash the kid's face on like a cake or something like that? Like, what do you do there? Sort these countries by their percentage of their border that is on the water, as opposed to a land border with another nation, starting with the highest. The percentage of their thing, right? So Chile has a lot, but Chile is actually like a 50%. South Korea has a higher percentage because it's like Chile is basically a big strip of a line, half of it's water, half of it's land. South Korea is a box. A fourth of it is land, 3/4 are water. So South Korea has a higher coastline percentage. Agreed? India, I think it's higher. I don't know with South Korea. India feels like it's 50-50, but it feels like it's higher because India has that giant like thing sticking out, right? Oh, Sri Lanka. Good eye, Arctic. Sri Lanka is an island. It goes up to the very, very top. Correct answer. Good job. Love my name. You don't bring a dying... No, you don't bring a dying kid to the square, but, like, John Cena would go out to the kid in, like, their hospital bed, right, Kiwi? And, like, I don't know if he's still in character as a heel there, and then he would smash their face into a cake. Doesn't it say based on another nation? As opposed to a land border with another nation. Well, no. So there's the water border, which is nothing, and then the land border is with another nation. Sri Lanka has no land border whatsoever with any other nation, so it doesn't matter. So that's definitely up there. Canada has a high one. Canada might be higher than South Korea because Canada has a lot of islands at the top, which I think is influencing this a lot. I think it's something like this. Chile is surprisingly low because it's a percentage-based thing, and I think Chile is 100% 50-50. India's about the same, but I think since India has like the V shape, I think the V shape outweighs the inland part. But the inland part has a lot of zigs and zags that it might like make up for it. Also, India has Bangladesh. Like, he's completely surrounding Bangladesh, which might mess up stuff a lot. Canada does have a border with the US, but I'm thinking that I guess the question here is because Canada has a lot of islands, right? Because yeah, I agree. Yeah, exactly what Arctic said. Like, Canada has a lot of islands up in the north that I think are just adding. Presumably, like, I don't know if like it's like. Let's actually. This is not cheating. And also, I get to show off something really cool I got today. I finally downloaded. I've been wanting to download this for a while, and I just never got around to doing it. I downloaded a program called Scrab, which allows me to screen grab things and then send them into. Hold on. What do you mean? Why can I scrab this? Hold on. Why is this not working? Anti-scrab. Wait. Oh no. Service crew, I broke it. Well, I don't know what's going on. Ah! Okay. I don't know why that didn't work. I download. I guess I gotta fix that. It worked. Like, hold on. Can I do it here? Like, I can do that. I can't do it on the other thing for some reason though. But it's a thing that allows me to like screenshot and immediately add an image source, which is pretty cool. But no, Canada has a lot of islands, so like I'm thinking the islands like add to the border is my idea. So I'm gonna send it. I think it's Canada. Because Italy, like it's one of these two, and we get options, right? But I feel like Canada. I think the islands are like, because everyone's gonna think it's Italy, which means it has to be Canada. Okay. I think it's just we switch these two and these two. Thoughts? Because we had it like this. Sri Lanka and Canada, first two. Correct answers. Good job. Pats on back. Italy is not the fourth. Like, Chile not being the last is surprising. South Korea, we know for a fact, is like 75%. So, like, Italy would be surprising, but Italy might be down here. I don't know how that could be, though. And then, yeah, like, switching this to here. Because these are the only ones that make sense. And like I said, India, it makes sense that India would be, like here, because India's got a very, like, wavy and messy border with, like, Pakistan, with China, with Nepal. It's got an entire extra border with, like, Bangladesh. 6% or something. The boot kind of winds at the tip. Really? I forget. I thought it was a fairly stiletto-esque boot. I guess no, stiletto is a heel thing, not a slenderness of the boot thing. Obviously, yeah, that makes sense. 91% coastline? Oh, South Korea has a bunch of small islands as well, actually. Ah, I should have known that. But no, yeah, Canada being this high, knew that one for a fact. I was like, Canada has to be that high. The islands, service crew. It's all about the islands. 80% makes a lot of... See, this is about what I expected. I just didn't think South Korea was that high. I thought South Korea was like 80%, not 91%. Chile was 51%. Yeah, like that one made a lot of sense to me. India being lower, yeah, that tracks. Okay. Nice. We were way below the average, so good job, everyone. All right, chrono history. This is put these things in chronological order, with the earliest at the top and the latest one at the bottom, I want to say. So the Rosetta Stone being inscribed was like in the BCs, right? Not the super low BCs, but like kind of BCs. Yeah, only 31% for India. It's because, like, yeah, the land border is just so much more acid. Because I think it's that it snakes back in on itself a lot. That it just kind of like, you kind of like forget about it. Because it's definitely like, it goes up a lot higher at the top than I thought, I guess. And also, again, the added thing with Bangladesh, because if you think about Bangladesh being an enclave of India, that's nothing but like, if you're looking at the silhouette of it, you might not think about Bangladesh, but Bangladesh is just adding so much border because of it. Rosetta Stone way at the top. King Tut's largely intact tomb is discovered. This is like the 1920s. First U.S. Open golf tournament is held in Newport, Rhode Island. This feels like, golf feels more recent than the like late 80s, early 1920s. Like this is around the turn of the century, 1900 turn of the century. The Tulsa Massacre is like during the Civil Rights Act, so it's like in the 1960s. Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her father 40 whacks, allegedly. She is tried, acquitted for the murders of her father and stepmother. I don't know. This feels like a recent thing. The University of Bologna established the first known school of oenthology, emphasizing the scientific study of wine production. It feels like it's this. Any thoughts? This is definitely like BC era. This feels like wine production is fairly like old inherently. This is like 1900s. This could be here. Like I could see this one being like this. Like I could see King Tut being here. King Tut's definitely like, this is like Civil Rights era, and this is the only one that I'm not sure about. Where like this could be earlier. I don't know who Lizzie Borden is. Like I could see this one. Then actually it might be this one. I just don't know how old. I don't know anything about golf. I want to go with my first instinct, and let's see how this works. No shot! What? Arctic. What? Was that not Civil Rights era? It was 1921. Oh, damn. This was 1921. This is not Civil Rights era. That definitely threw everything off. And yeah, King Tut's tomb would be like mid to late 1920s. It was not the 1800s apparently. Holy shit, I was not expecting that to be the highest one up there. 1921, 1922. 1895 for this one tracks. Yeah, I didn't know who Lizzie Borden was, so this was like the way off one. Rosetta Stone, yeah, BCE. Alright, last one I have, service crew, is Thrice. I do not know what this one is about. I learned about this one like today or like last night, really late at night. So I think this is like a trivia quiz one. So Thrice, a game by geeks who drink. Get a clue. Category entertainment. Question 1 for 3 points. Way back in 2018, YouTube Premium went by the more colorful name, YouTube what? YouTube Red. Yes. I saw this one because this is obviously, I got linked this and I was like, oh, I know what this is. And I was like, hold on, I'm going to save this one. I have an idea. But yeah, YouTube Red. Oh, wait, what is this? Wait. So it didn't, my guess was YouTube Red. Hold on. These are clues. Question 1. According to Metacritic, hold on. Wait, how does, I guess we're finding out together how this works. Question 1 for 2 points. According to Metacritic, pro critics are about 20 points fonder than the general public of the 2022 Pixar movie Turning Red. Oh, Turning Red. Oh. That's interesting. So YouTube Red turning red. That's an interesting one. Okay. Wait, are you saying like it's just red? Like, is that why I'm getting it wrong? Oh, that'd be so goofy. Oh no! It's just red. I think you're right, actually, because this clue 1, clue 2, it's just red. Oh my god, no! We were right! I didn't realize that's how that worked. What's up, Abu? Happy Thursday, welcome on in. There we go. I didn't know that's how that worked. All right, now we know. Now we know. We just gotta fill in the blank, nothing else. Yes, all these games we play once a day. If you guys have any suggestions, by the way, this is like the last one I have on this one, so by all means. I have like Flag Doku we can throw up, but... A Massachusetts horror cultist named Ephraim Wales Bull is best known for developing a commonly juiced variety of what fruit? Commonly juiced? Oh, is it orange? No, it's not. Until 2014, the Olive Garden logo featured what fruits that aren't olives? Grapes? That totally aren't olives. What does that mean? Horticulturalist, known for developing a commonly juiced variant of what fruit? I mean, grape juice makes sense, yeah. Diet does have a website for all these, Ben. That is correct. I pulled these ones are just straight the ones that I have on my phone, though. I want to do those ones first before I, like, pulled out, like, that whole dictionary, right? I like you got him in the knees and I per person spice and touched my eye by accident. Oh, no! Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Have your week starts to get incrementally better. There's word bomb, but that's a lot of people. Grape would make sense. Orange kiwi. But I think it's kiwi. Grape makes a lot of sense here because I don't think kiwis and olives look similar. There we go, grapes. Michelle McNamara's book, 2018 book about the Golden State Killer is called "I'll Be Gone in the What? Morning?" Arts and literature. I'll be gone in the morning. I'll be gone in the morning makes a lot of sense, right? Like, what else would you say? I'll be gone in the something else. Nice, Abu. I like that train of thought. I'll be gone in the orange sunset. I'll be gone in the not I'll be gone in the wind. I feel like it's morning. That feels. Oh, the golden compass, the amber spyglass, and the subtle knife are collectively known as YA fiction readers as to his what materials. Oh my god, what is this actually? Sorcerer, you guys know this. What is this one? I know this one. His dark materials? Yes, I'll be gone in the dark. That tracks. Okay. Thank you. Let's go with Syria. Magellan, Arknights, thought he discovered a race of magical giants when he bumped into the tall natives of what big grassy now multinational region? Magellan. Magical giants we have bumped into the tall natives of what big grassy now multinational region? Penguin is not a magical giants though. Yeah, I thought like big grassy though, multinational region. Oh, you're saying Penguin because Magellan for an Arknights Kiwi? Dang it! What's the real Magellan though? See, the big grassy parts, like I would have said, like Antarctica makes sense here because Antarctica is multinational, and like penguins could be the tall natives, right? The Philippines? Did Magellan discover the Philippines? The Philippines is, I wouldn't say the Philippines is multinational though, is the issue. Like Borneo? Borneo has 3 nations on it. It has Indonesia, Thailand. No, not Thailand. Indonesia, the second one and the other one, right? I kind of want to say Borneo. I wasn't gonna say. South of the Pampas and north of Tierra del Fuego, you'll find what area the size of Egypt that's home to just 2 million people. Oh, is that Australia? Tierra del... no, the size of Egypt. It wouldn't be... No, Australia's so much bigger than Egypt. It wouldn't be that. Oh, Madagascar! Madagascar? Making only about half as much revenue as rival Columbia, what anagrammable sportswear company needs some help to be atop again? I'll say, what's the joke with that, Lahais? I tried to think of the joke off the top of my head. Mad, comma, a gas car. Making only about half as much revenue as rival Columbia. Anagrammable sportswear company needs somehow be at top again. What? It's not Madagascar. So what is something Magellan discovered with tall natives? Something south of the Pampas and north of Tierra del Fuego, about the size of Egypt, home to 2 million people, and anagrammable. Needs some help to be atop again. Why is it top again capitalized? What Columbia is a sportswear company, yes. What are like Nike, but it wouldn't be that one. Suriname? Suriname isn't anagrammable anything though, at least not off the top of my head. Atop again feels interesting as well. Adidas. No, because the answer to this is also related to these two as well. So whatever the answer to this is has to be an area, right? Because it's somewhere that's a big multinational region and grassy, somewhere that's in an area that's the size of Egypt, and it's also a brand name that is also a country. What is a brand name that's also a country? Like New Zealand is not. Papua New Guinea is not. Tierra del Fuego is land of the South, right? That's like South America. Right? Tierra del Fuego is the very tip of South America, right? The Amazon? But Amazon is not an anagrammable sportswear company. Skechers? What's the? It's not Skechers. It's a location, right? It has to be something that has like a location of a nation. You don't like, oh, I'm gonna go take a visit to Skechers, right? Like as my multinational area. Find what area the size of Egypt that's home to just 2 million people. Brazil? But Brazil's not anagrammable. Like, my immediate thought is, like, the North Face. But that's not anagrammable. It's also not, like, the North Face is not a name of either of these things. I was thinking that, but, like... Oh, you're probably right, then. Hold on. Yeah, so we have to anagram this into being something. So what would this anagram into? Needs some help to be atop again. So you get some help to turn atop again back into the country of origin. You're right. Okay. So yeah, using these letters, what country or location can you make? P in there. The P is interesting actually. Patagonia. It's Patagonia. It's Patagonia. It's Patagonia. It's Patagonia. Woo! There it is. So what the hell is Patagonia? Patagonia outdoor clothing and gear. Okay, that is not. That is objectively what Clue 3 was about. But like, what is Patagonia as like a location? Patagonia is the name of the southern tip of There it is. Okay. Patagonia is this part. Okay, so yes, it was because Tierra del Fuego is like this down here. It's the most southern point in South America, in the Americas overall. So Patagonia is just the name of this entire area. I did not know that. I also am, I was not gonna get this either. I did not know that. I did not know that was also a clothing brand apparently. For the modern silver coating in 1835, the amalgam of tin and mercury was used to back what everyday object? It was used to back what everyday object? So what now has a silver coating, but back in the day was a tin and mercury coating? It's not a transistor because it's 1835. Everyday object. The back of something. Only the back. That's what that's making me. So like a knife or something like, but like silverware. But we don't use silver to back something nowadays, right? Would be a computer. That would make sense. A mirror makes sense. Modern silver coating in 1830. Yes, I also like this as well because whenever I think of mirrors, I think of like, oh, because vampires can't see themselves in a mirror because of the silver. And I was like, hold on. Modern silver coating, but modern is 1835. Vampire fiction was at its peak in like the late 1800s and the early 1900s. So yes, that would be like the peak time to get like a silver coating of a mirror. And it was like, it was in the modern consciousness too, because it was like, man, remember when we used to have those old mirrors and we had these cool silver mirrors? And like, modern writer would be like, oh, hold on, I have an idea for my fan fiction, which turns into Dracula. Yes, good answer. Nice, good answer, service crew. We got a gold for that one. That's fun, actually. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever done this one. And so it's called thrice because I guess you only get the 3 guesses. And if you, yeah, because got in 1, got in 2, got it in the 3rd one, or otherwise you would have failed that. Nice. Cool. All right, so you got any more of these? Where shall we wrap? Thank you, Dolly. I'd say this overall, this little bit here was a very good group effort. I'd say we did pretty good. 2 hours. It's a good little time there. Let's see, do we have anything else? This was also technically supposed to be like a Zatsu or whatever like that, but I kind of got into these ones and I didn't really know what to Zatsu about. 9 out of 10 cats. Is there like an online version of 9 out of 10 cats? 9 out of 10 as a percentage. Guess the game's a good one. Hold on, does this just open up at guess the game? I'm so bad at this though. Service, I need your help with these ones. I do not know video games. Service, what is this? This looks like you know, 1990s, early 2000s with this little hand here. So I don't know. What game is this? No, it is not RuneScape. Guess you're talking to a robot or a person. Oh, a Turing test? Oh, that sounds kind of fun, actually. I'll say I can guess RuneScape, but like this is such a. This is Arknights. Do you know this does this water seem familiar to you guys? This looks like a turtle. We get the Metacritic score is 81%, so it's a pretty solid game. It'd be like Donkey Kong. No, hold on, no, go back here. Wow, this feels like it could be like the N64 Donkey Kong, right? Could be an ice cave wall texture. Oh, you're right, and these are like crystals growing out of the ice cave. This could be like a Donkey Kong 64. It's for the PlayStation. Actually, could it be a Final? Hold on, is this a Final? That looks like the Final Fantasy hands, right, from the FF7 that I've seen. Is there an ice cave in Final Fantasy in like Final Fantasy 6? Does this look like? This looks like Mario over here, actually. This does look like No, I'm thinking of Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy X. I like that. I like that as a guess, though. Does it tell me what the original hardware of this was when it's on here? No, it doesn't. 6. No, it's an isometric RPG, though. Do you know this stamina bar, this health bar from anything? It feels like we're on... This feels like no, it's not Heroes of Might and Magic. Because it's on the PlayStation. We know it's on the PlayStation. The PSX, as it was. Action RPG isometric. Daggerfall? Daggerfall was not on the PlayStation. Because if it would say PlayStation, PC, no, it doesn't necessarily have to. This is clearly like someone's bedchamber or something. We're inside a house. We're in like a medieval, it's a medieval landscape. I kind of want to do like a, Heroes of Might and Magic is the only thing that I can think of. But it'd be like a goofy one. Like we'll say Heroes of Might and Magic 2, sure. Okay, what is that? Seriously, what is that? What are these things? 1998. It's got money. Wait, is this She looks like a Capcom character. Is it? This looked like Sonic for like a split second. We can zoom in a little bit if this helps you guys. What is this? Who is this? It's got money in it. It's 23,000 of those things. What is this thing? Aww. I'm gonna be real though, Ben. I'm surprised that Drew Struzan is still alive. Because yeah, Drew Struzan was like the OG dude for a lot of famous like 80s posters. I guess 80s weren't that long. 80s were kind of long ago, actually, thinking about it more. Birdman. That ain't Falco. That ain't Falco. Oh, it's Bird. Is Birdman a game? Or are you just saying that this is a Birdman? Hurry up, Bird Hunter. I kind of want to do. It's not that, because we know from these other ones that like it doesn't feel like it's a bird hunting game. I don't think it's a Birdman. Or like this could be an enemy and like it's clearly an RPG. This feels like a Capcom game. I actually do kind of want to just do Hurry Up Bird Hunter guy. I just like that name. Oh, it's Tomba! It's Tomba! It's Tomba. Is it Tomba or is it Tomba 2? That's Tomba, right? No, or is that Square? Is that Mystical Ninja starring Goemon? Is this Goemon? No, it's not Goemon. Sir, what is this? You should know this. This looks a lot more familiar to me. And I didn't even own a PlayStation X. I want to go Tomba. Yeah, this feels like he'd be from a Mystical Ninja game, but Mystical Ninja was N64, not PS, which is I think the big thing that's like telling me it's not that. Even though in a way like this does feel like it could be, but I think this is supposed to be this guy over here. Like it's just their face, right? And then you get your like on here. This feels like it's like Tomba, but I think Tomba is It's our last guess. Any objections? 3, 2, 1. Oh, I have to hit submit. Brave Fence. Oh, it's Brave Fence Musashi. It's obviously. Look, you can tell because that's him. That's the Brave Fence Musashi. This is an extremely deep cut. Like, I'm already bad at guess the game inherently because I know like 4 games. Like, can we do, are there play previous days? Yeah, let's play previous days. So just give me a number between 1 and 1124. My favorite number is 2. Is this Tomb Raider? This looks like we're I ran up this is a very deep cut. But there's an episode of Funhouse that I immediately think about where they got stuck on like a piece of rock or ice. I think this is Tomb Raider. Star Fox 64. They didn't go on I want to go Tomb Raider. It's a very specific cut, but I want to say it's Adventures of Lara Croft. No, Metacritic 99. Oh, wait! Oh, this is Legend of Zelda. This is Ocarina of Time. That's Gerudo Valley. I didn't hit submit, I hit skip. I didn't hit submit, I hit skip. What? Oh my god, I hit Alright. Yeah, no, that's very fair. Dang it. Let's do 121 real quick. Kiwi, what you got? It's a letter. It makes me think of this. I know this is not it, but it makes me think of like Amnesia or Penumbra, because like whenever you open a letter, it has this as the background, but then it has like text on it, so it's not that. Sam and Max? I kind of like that. This feels like it'd be like yeah, something where it's like, well, which Sam and Max? There are a lot more Sam and Max than I thought. Valkyria Chronicles? I would say there's only one Valkyria Chronicles. It's not that. That's very stylized. That's extremely stylized. Metascore score of 85. You can tell from the pixels. This, I know it's not the answer. This makes me think of that one, this makes me think of a game that was recommended when I played what's the cool Dwarf Romantic, right? There's a game that was similar to that where you like build a little town or a little village. It makes me think of that. I know it's not that, but Black Side? What is Black Side? Under the Skin? I'm so why do they have that there? It's on the DS. Was Black Side on the DS? Why do they have that button there? That's not where that should submit should be like Oh, yes, Professor Layton. Professor Layton, I think you're right. That looks like Professor Layton. And that looks like a village. So I would say this almost did it again. Nice. Good answer, Wisteria. Like this definitely is like that's the look. That's his look, right? This is actually good when it's like a decent game. No shade to any of the Musashi fans out there. Funny number? You got two options. We'll go with the shorter funny number because I think the games earlier on are probably gonna be easier because they're not gonna be going for the deep cuts yet, right? So we're gonna go for an easier one. And April, do they do fun stuff for April 1st? You know, this Overwatch? It's not, but like this door makes me think of Overwatch. Feels like it should be really obvious. The Wikipedia one did. I don't know if Guess the Game does though. Sometimes they do. There's Word Chase that I do. That does fun ones every so often. I don't know if you guys got anything for this. I might just type in Overwatch. I mean, look, I wouldn't be looking at the porta potty. I'd be looking at like the shape of this door. Like I feel like if you know the game, you would know this door, but this feels like a Sims or like a this feels like a city builder. Right? Maybe? Is it Fortnite? Is it Fortnite? Actually, no, Metacritic score of 81. No, actually that might track a little bit. Is this Tomato Town? Fortnite's not that far. The quality looks really bad, but maybe this is like an early Fortnite. Holy shit! Good job, Arctic. I was not gonna get that one. All right, so it's your lock-in. I think our biggest clue is right down here. Why can't I zoom? What am I zooming in on over here? Hold on, what? That is not. Wait. Sorcerer, can you help me out here real quick? Why is the zoom in smaller? What's going on? This feels like Elden Ring, actually, even though I know it's not. This feels like a Mario. Yeah, I was gonna say Mario Odyssey. Yes, it's like that. There's that one level of Mario Odyssey that has the this is where like the Bowser level, right? I really like Mario Odyssey. I agree with that one. I'm legitimately surprised it was not Mario Odyssey, actually, because there's a level in Mario Odyssey which is like the Bowser level before you actually go to the moon or whatever. That looks like that. What is this? Feels familiar to me. Like this style of this feels like League of Legends. Like the way this is colored looks like League of Legends. I kind of like Battleborn actually. No, this can't be WoW. Arctic, is this WoW? In the background, this could be like the thing that like would give WoW vibes. I like Battleborn because it feels like this gives me like a League of Legends painter style, which makes me think of like a game from like the mid 2000s. Battleborn would be right in that kind of era. It's from the PC, okay. Who knows this hit marker? If this is a hit marker, would this imply that it's a shooting game? Smite. Smite's not bad. So yeah, do you know the statue? I was gonna go with if it wasn't WoW, which it didn't look like WoW. I would say like RPG wise, I would go Guild Wars, but given this hit marker, I don't think it's Guild Wars. Something like Smite or Paladins, but I don't know if it's a MOBA, but it does kind of have a MOBA-ish vibe. Smite, I think from what Smite's one with the gods, right? Smite feels like it should be darker. Paladins feels like it would be lighter. This feels like it'd be in Paladins. This definitely feels like it'd be in Paladins. This feels a lot like League of Legends. Action strategy MOBA. Is this Smite? Wait, is this actually Smite? Someone look up these names. Someone look up Elder Green. This might be Smite, actually. Actually, looking at this too, this looks like ancient Egyptian, which would track with like it being, yeah, actually, Shinto shrines. That's a religion, forest, whatever. It doesn't matter. Looks like ancient Greek or Roman, right? We guessed Paladins already. It might be Smite. You might have been right. Hold on. Battleground of the Gods, Smite. Oh, but you were right. Holy shit. It was the MOBA angle. Nice. All right, let's do one more for funsies. We did, what did we just do? What was the last one? 1125? We just did 420. Let's do one in the middle. About 420 plus 1125 is 545. Is 1545. Cut that in half is about 750 and change. Did Smite ruin Tribes Ascend? 750. I feel like I know this. I know I don't, but like I feel like I should know this. Does this look familiar to you guys? You think 350? Oh, actually, you're right. Hold on. We could back calculate that, Lives. If it's a Harvest Moon, it'd be like a DS Harvest Moon. Because this isn't Game Boy Harvest Moon. Definitely not. It feels like Animal Crossing. No, it feels like this feels DS-y to me. So we might not know this one. I'll throw out a Harvest Moon though. It'd be like, yeah, it'd be something weird like Harvest Moon Mad Dash or something like that. Oh my god. It's Game Boy Advance, I want to say. So yeah, take it back a little bit. I think it's Game Boy Advance then. It's like it's not it's not Solar Boy Django, but it feels like it'd be in the same, like, around the same time period as Solar Boy Django. Like Mega Man Battle Network, Solar Boy Django, like that kind of era on the Game Boy Advance. I don't think we're getting this one. Unless it goes really obvious in the next one. I'll go Solar Boy Django 2, though. Boktai 2. So, who is this? Do you think it's, yeah, is it the one with Mario and Luigi Superstars? No, you don't think it is? Superstar Saga? Oh, that was before you saw the enemy. I don't know enough about Superstar Saga, but like, yeah, this water feels Mario-y. This one I don't know. This one doesn't feel very Mario-y to me. But I don't know that era as well. It's not Mother. Skip this one. Seriously, I don't think we're getting this one. Unless someone knows exactly who this character is, because I feel like this is the obvious thing. But unless you guys know what this is, I don't think we're getting this one. So it'd be like Rex, Space Tiger, or something like that. Rex Rocket. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. So sure, what Spyro is this? Earthworm Jim. I assume that was sent before you saw Spyro the Dragon here. Oh my god. What Spyro would be on the Game Boy Advance? Enter the Dragon. Hold on. Is it Enter the Dragonfly? Was it actually like? Was this Dragonfly important all along? It's the same period. Oh my god, I don't know Spyro, man. Not Spyro the Dragon. See, like Spyro isn't inherently a mobile thing, right? So I don't think it'd be like any of like the Spyro 2s or Spyro 1s. It'd be like The Legend of Spyro Eternal Night. Wait, hold on. No. Rhinox? Just because of the Rhino? Attack of the Rhinox? Oh, that makes sense. Because this was definitely a Rhinox. Season of Flame. It was Spyro 2? I don't agree with that. I don't know what Spyro. Hold on. So we'll do one more. It's June 2nd, 2024. We'll backtrack. So June 2nd, June 1st, May. So take away about 60 from this. So we're looking at about 690, and then we'll fine tune from there. 3 days back. Hold on, before we do that one. So screw, what game is this? Platinum Games, 2019. This is 100 Sentinels? Is that a Platinum game? No, that's not what 100 Sentinels gameplay looks like. Chainsaw Lollipop? Chain Chronicle? Chain Drive? Chains of Fury? We have a lot of guesses. No, wait, no, we only have one guess. Never mind. Astral Chain? Astral Chain. We're gamers now! We did it! And as true gamers, we'll do one last one, which is going to be our April Fool one. Let's see if this is actually, like, an April Fool or not. Oh, no. Oh, no, it is! Ah! Good day to you. My name is Guess the Game GPT. I've taken over today's Guess the Game. You'll have to ask me questions to figure out what today's game is. You may not know the name of the game, but do not give up. You'll be able to figure it out from my hints if you're smart, or feel free to do outside research. Wait, hold on. You'll be able to figure it out from my hints if you're smart, or feel free to do outside research. Here are some things to know. The game has never been featured as a daily game before. The name of today's game might be one word or multiple words. Good luck. I suggest your first question should be asking me, what is today's game? Okay, let's ask him what is today's game. I'm not telling you, haha, ask me something else. What a son of a jerk. So what are we asking? It is name of the game, thank you. I guess you would ask like console, right? Yeah, the platform. This one runs on the almighty PC, specifically if you're a fan of Windows. But let's not forget it also runs on the Mac as well. Quite the cozy setup for a dramatic narrative adventure, right? Dramatic narrative, that wouldn't be Stardew, right? Would you ask like what year? What dev? Does it know what dev means? The developer behind this intriguing tale is none other than Sega. Can you believe it? They sure took a turn with this one. PC game Sega. PC / Mac. Dramatic narrative adventure, allegedly. We don't know if that's true or not, but like... Sega? What does Sega make outside of Sonic? Yakuza? But that wouldn't be on PC and Mac specifically. Yeah. Is it a sequel? This game doesn't have a sequel, with no plans for one in the near future. These have not been announced publicly. Try asking me another question, you cool cat. Oh, call me a cool cat. What year? I have an idea, actually. I know what it is. I know what it is. Because Sega makes one thing. It's Sonic. A dramatic narrative adventure. April 1st, 2023. That's the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Slam it. Woo! Oh, I know that one. We played that one on stream. Oh. Yeah, like having it be Sega, having it be on PC, and then I'm like, yeah, that was, oh, nice. The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, for those that don't know about this, is it's a real game. You can play it now. It's free on Steam. It's actually very adorable. I would highly recommend it. If you have time, like it took like 2 to 3 hours to play. I played it. You can also, if you don't have time and you just want to watch Second Monitor content, you can always watch me at youtube.com/acewindfall channel playing it. It's deep in the other games category. We played this like way long ago. But I would honestly recommend playing it yourself. It is basically you take the role of your self-insert OC character, and you have to find out who murdered Sonic the Hedgehog, Agatha Christie like adventure game style, where it's like you have Tails and you have Amy Rose with you as like your little sidekicks kind of, and you're going through train cars in what was originally supposed to be like, oh, it's Sonic's birthday, so we're gonna do a little murder mystery for Sonic. Or no, it was Amy's birthday, and we're like, someone's gonna die, and then Amy will have to solve, who done it. But then Sonic actually dies, and they have to find out, like, oh, who killed Sonic? And so, like, it's like, oh, is it Knuckles? Is it, like, Rouge? And, like, along the way, everyone's, like, doing their own little, like, plot things. And then, it's a very fun little romp, and it's free on Steam. Like, it was a surprisingly lovingly crafted little gem of a game. Like, very good. Great reference there, GTG GTP. I don't like that. I'm never gonna say that again. Nice. All right. That seems like a high point to call it off on. Service crew, thank you for joining me on today's little strut through the daily games. Don't forget, if you're in the Central Time Zone like I am, you get to play more of these in an hour. If you're on the East Coast, you get to play them more than like 8 minutes. If you're anywhere else, you're gonna have to wait. Sorry, my bad. But with that, let's squeaky little chair here. I don't know if that picked up or not, but that sounded real squeaky. All right, anytime, darling, anytime. So sure, before we wrap, do we have anything else we gotta do? Any other orders of business? I don't think so. We got Blue Prince on Sunday, fighting game on Monday. We're back with Arknights again on Tuesday. We're gonna be doing more of the main story again. I need to be doing more of the sand one. I don't know what it's called. Trails in the Sand. It's not that. It might be that. But that one, I actually kind of want to go back and read that too at some point. I don't know on my own or on stream, but I actually like the vibe of it because it feels like it's just sand pirates. That's kind of cool, and I've heard good things. It sounds like a very fun romp of a story, the current one. RA, we're not doing RA. We're doing the main story. I don't know anything about RA. Oh, I'm sorry, Teal. Happy Thursday, Teal. Welcome in. I'm sorry you're a little bit too late. Teal, don't worry though. You can play all these little. I mean, don't look. I mean, you can look because you're in a time zone ahead of me. These are all yesterday's for you. But go check these out. They're all super fun. Catfishing especially. Teal, if you're gonna get anything from the stream, go play catfishing. This is the GOAT. This is will bring your knowledge up. Also, Thrice is kind of nice, and it rhymes. No, I don't care about sand. I only care about the current event that's going on, Ben, with the sand pirates, with Thorns Altar, Thalter as they call them. The word search one looks schizophrenic. It is a little bit. I was saying this earlier where it's like, you have to fill in every blank, right? So you're going to fill everything. This one is kind of rough where it's like, if you get like lucky, we kind of got lucky. It made it a lot easier. But sometimes it's like, I just use the hint button a lot on this. Like, it's really, this is also coarse and rough. It's like sand in that way. Yeah, Sunday we're doing more Blueprints. If you haven't checked out Blueprints, by the way, it's a very fun game. Either come watch it or go play it yourself if you like puzzle, weird little like finding out what to do, and it's a very fun time. I do understand, like, I'm a little bit worried about like how the RNG will impact some of the runs we're gonna have going forward, but like I'm interested in seeing how this all plays out. And also if like there's a part where like maybe the RNG won't impact me after a certain point, I think that'd be really fun. Because like right now we're at the part where I could do stuff like outside the house, and like if I just get a majority of that like outside the house where I don't have to worry about the house anymore, that'd be really cool. Monday, fighting game. Tuesday, Arknights. Thursday, we are doing Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, because it's Mobile Game June, guys. Today, our mobile games were our little daily phone games. Next Thursday, it's going to be Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. I like Shadowverse. I played it a long time ago. I play the physical card game a lot now. And they're making a Shadowverse 2 effectively, called Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. It comes out on Monday, Tuesday, and we're going to play it on Thursday. So it's probably just going to be a little one-off thing. We're just going to open packs and play a few games, maybe against bot, maybe against real people, if you want to check it out with that. Next Thursday, Uma Musume is dropping. I think it's on that day, actually, so I don't know how well it's going to go. I hope the servers hold up for that one, but as a heads up, that's what we're doing at the very end of the month. But I think that's everything I got. Service crew, before we wrap, let's go find someone to raid, someone to go check out. Sending you guys on over to... Where do we want to go, Sarah's crew? Let's send you guys over to... I like that I still have Watch Me Forever. I still have the AI Seinfeld in my little recommendations, and I like looking every so often. Over here real quick. So I'm going to send you guys over to Euchre. Currently playing Helldivers 2. Go check him out. Very cool guy. Yeah. And with that, I don't think I have anything else. So I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, fantastic rest of your night. I know I certainly did, both during the day and during the stream. I am very excited for things to come. But with that, let us wrap. Send John over. And with that, I know nothing else, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to catch you next time. Peace out, everyone. And see you there in 3, 2, 1. Go say hi.